We're all up for a bit of a
I know anything about that.
Hey! That's a little Chobolesque on a cheese board.
Matty G says, can't wait to see Pockety deep throat a chub.
Wow. I didn't
gonna happen.
think about that.
Someone's going to draw it. 30.
Ooh.
DLC. Ooh. It's cool.
Oh. This soil is cursed.
Because it didn't grow
Yes.
beans every
Yeah.
3 years.
Yeah.
The twins died there.
You gotta do this.
I'm like, yeah, put everyone in there. They put Geralt in. I'm like, no.
You know who you're like? Donald Trump. Oh my God. Tell me I'm a nasty woman.
You're a nasty woman.
Hello, welcome back for Thursday, the 18th of August. Coming at you live from the Loki Studios with a very precarious chip starring Stephanie Ben Dixon, Peter Burns. It's Little Will.
Oh shit. It's fucking that. There it is.
Smooth. Jess McDonald.
Perfect. Hey, there I am.
It's your boy, Nick Boy Richardson. And tonight on the show, madness returns because you've just joined the roller cult. We aren't saints, but our fashion is on point from dusk until tomorrow. Hey, man.
You got it.
Awful.
Awful.
Yeah.
My best work yet. My
Really
best
not.
work yet. A genuine sentence, and that's all we can possibly
I clap.
aspire.
I tend to know. I did this.
Thanks, Will.
Yeah, I actually thought that was really good.
Yeah. Fucking oath.
Yeah.
What's your problem? I fed you.
No. I think it's just in my mind it was gonna be From Dusk Until Dawn, which I know is a movie and not even a game, but it's like, yeah, the setup and the lack of payoff
Oh, okay.
immediately just
Was dissatisfying?
Yeah, it was
Oh.
dissatisfying.
Yeah.
How interesting. Okay, because I have, first of all, welcome, Jess. I have always thought.
I'm old news. It's boring. Go on. I've been here. It
on
doesn't
that.
matter.
Come
They
on.
know.
Do we give special
Yeah,
mention
no.
of Gus every time he's here? No, we don't. By the way, Gus isn't here, and we do hope that he recovers from whatever it is that he has.
Yeah.
We're not
The
saying.
plague?
Serious illness. I don't know. I don't know.
Syphilis?
Yeah.
He's pregnant.
Yeah.
Pregnant.
Congratulations, Gus.
Yeah, well done, Gus. We do hope you get better.
From pregnancy.
Pregnancy.
by breaching soon. No, so interesting point, because when I write these things, obviously it's an amalgamation of all the games and things we're going to be talking about today. So I know all the things it's paying off. But for you, you're just like, well, from dusk until, and then I say tomorrow, and you're like, well, I don't know what that's referencing.
No.
Good note.
Yeah.
Good note.
Yeah.
No, but that's not a note. It doesn't mean you shouldn't don't change yourself.
Here's what we're
Don't
going to
change
do
yourself.
every episode now.
I'm
I'm
just
going to start by reading a list of all the games that we're going to be talking about. And then I'm going to do some witty little portmanteau of joining them all together.
I'm just giving you raw, in the moment feedback of how I reacted to that sentence.
All right. Okay. Of all the sentences that I have said that you could have judged and been offended by, that was the least offensive one of all time. Jess, welcome to the show.
Hello. Thanks for having me back.
How are you?
I'm better than Gus, which is why you invited me. Poor Gus. Yeah, I'm good. Thank you. I'm excited to be here with Steph because I wasn't
I know.
with you last
Yeah.
time.
That was the first thing I said. I said, we get to be on the show together at the same time.
good.
Exciting.
Hell yeah.
I think we're balancing things out as it should be.
For the first time.
It's awful. I hate it.
Why? Too many women?
So many ladies.
Yeah.
It's the estrogen is just
Yeah, yeah.
Everywhere in the room.
You live
right
in a house
now.
with two women?
And a cat. A dude cat.
Oh, is it a dude
The
cat?
dude cat.
Oh, dude cat.
Yeah.
Oh,
Okay,
The
yeah.
man cat is really
Yeah, yeah,
helping
yeah.
balance the scales.
Yeah, those
Yeah.
big cat balls
he's-
just ruling the roost.
He is, I would say, the biggest man spreader of all time.
Oh.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Wait.
Really.
And he's got a little.
the cat.
Okay.
He's got a little sack, but it doesn't have any testes in it.
Oh.
That's true.
So you can see a little sack.
That
Is
bums
that-
me out.
Is that what they do with desexing cats?
Yeah,
they
they
take
just take
the
'em.
testicles out.
Wait,
they don't
They
just cut the
leave
tube.
the...
Because
Leave
they're
the
so-
sack. but they don't-
I don't want to do
You did
this,
it.
but I
You did it.
Should they fit? Yeah.
It's because the balls are so small.
Yeah.
It's too late.
They don't don't need to cut the whole sack off would leave a larger wound than to put a tiny incision.
But they-
And they're not
You
doing.
just
They're not.
pull
They're
the
not.
balls out.
But they don't snip. They don't.
They're
just
not
snip
tying
the
off
tube.
the Van's deaf, mate.
That's how. Yeah, that's
Vast
like
death.
that's
Well,
what a
'cause
that's
you
what a
would just
vasectomy
take the
is.
They
balls
just
out
put
of
a
the
tiny
human
little
there.
incision and they pull the balls out.
them out. Did
They
you
don't
get to
even.
keep the
They don't
balls?
even put stitches.
Yeah, yeah.
Keep them.
Yeah, we put him under his little pillow and we gave him $2 for each test.
That's so cute.
Good deal.
I wonder if there's something else you could put in there instead, like some cat-related.
You could store like a little scroll of like the password to your safe or something like
Oh, that's
that.
nice. But then when you need it, it's like Gandalf.
Wait,
No, that's like some
like
weird
a
Saw
pouch
movie scenario.
like a Joey.
Yeah, it's not.
Oh,
it's
no.
not quite a pouch.
It's not a pouch.
No,
You can't access it after.
Would you describe a man's scrotum as a pouch? Like you couldn't put a
Yes.
baby in that.
I try not
Even
to
though that-
describe
ironically,
men's
where they come
scrotums.
from.
Fucking
And yet
point.
here we are.
So early in the show.
You could put a little laser pointer that you could remotely turn on so that it instantly, something that cats like to play with. Like a laser pointer. So instantly it would be like, you turn it on and the
Yeah,
laser
okay.
pointer just shoots out and the cat's like, fuck, where did that come from? And then start, and little does it know. It's always,
And then he'd be like kind of bionic.
This could be our worst show yet.
well, it certainly is
is
because
so far.
I know for a fact a 9-year-old is watching. And I was the one that said, keep it clean for the 9-year-old.
I forgot.
Did you?
The show. Yep, I did.
I wasn't listening for that.
I want to say a big happy birthday to my friend's son, Will. Happy 9th birthday. Hope you had a great birthday.
And you should request a really complicated cake for your parents to make.
Should.
Won't that be fun for them?
Clark would love that. But I did want to say, Will is a Fortnite fiend, and I wished him a happy birthday last year, I think. And since then, he's only gotten better. But I was so proud. So my friend Clark, beautiful human being, technological idiot, total fool, dumb.
Wow.
Is he watching as well?
Yeah, he's probably watching.
With his son?
Yeah.
Whose birthday it is?
Great photographer, wonderful actor, terrible when it comes to computers.
That's the pros in there.
He did such a smooth gamer dad move where they because Will knows that he's getting Marvel's Guardians of the Galaxy Will for his birthday.
Amazing. You shouldn't have told me. I didn't know that.
You didn't know that.
No.
But they pre-installed it on the PlayStation or whatever they got it on. So
Yeah.
that just
Good.
he woke up in the morning, he's like,
Yep.
bam, you can start playing Marvel straight away. And they don't know anything about technology.
That's
They are
so
Luddite
nice.
idiots.
Because the amount of time somebody gets something for Christmas
Right?
and then it doesn't have the batteries and it's got to
Patch
you got to
it.
go through a whole thing and
Yeah.
it's just like it's a massive sort of deflating experience.
Yeah. So if we could get a big happy birthday to Will in the chat, I know he'll appreciate it. And it'll definitely make up for the fact that we're talking about cat scrotums for 10 minutes before.
Yeah. It balances out.
You got to learn about cat scrotums at some point in your life.
It's true.
Why not 9?
9 seems
not
like an
9?
appropriate age.
We didn't say anything weird, though. It was all medical.
Well, it's all weird.
You talked about putting a laser inside the gap.
Okay, in the gap? Is that what you said?
The hole.
In the hole?
The space.
The pouch.
The sack.
The pouch. The pouch.
The free area that has been made available.
Okay, yeah. No, you're right. Other than that, we didn't talk
Other
about
than
anything
that,
weird.
yeah.
Yet.
So I fed Steph, and then she got angry at me because my pun wasn't good enough.
Okay.
Good.
And fed is a stretch as well. She stole from you.
Yeah, I was waiting
I was
to
like
eat.
a seagull
You were.
just coming in and going, "Caw-caw."
That's how I think of you all the time. Did anything interesting happen to you this week that you want to talk about?
I can't one up last time I was
It was
on
a
the
great
show,
story.
and
That sounded like a leading question. I was like, oh, she's got something.
Well, it was
good.
just last time you had such a great story
I
about
know,
your
I
dating
don't.
adventures.
I don't have
got-
any
you
exciting
got nothing?
dating adventures. No.
Oh.
No.
Why don't
I
you
mean,
just mine some other areas of your personal life on live stream?
I should have just prepared. I should have been like, what is the most horrific thing that's happened to me this week?
You should have had some life disaster.
Yeah. I got to time it for when you invite me on the show, but I didn't have enough notice, so I didn't know I was
That's
supposed to
true.
do
That's
something
true.
crazy
Yeah,
this
yeah.
This
week.
is how we
If
feel on
us
the
could've got
post show.
sick a
We're
little
just like,
earlier in the week.
what weird, past encounters can we dredge up for this?
And Gus isn't here. And so, like,
That's
what are we going to
true.
talk about during the post show?
That's
I know.
Nothing.
That's kind of all right.
What?
I'm all right with that.
You're okay?
We can just take
Yeah,
it
we'll
easy.
make it a quick one.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's nice. Okay, good.
We could mime.
Oh, okay.
Ooh.
Terrible idea. Ignore.
Yeah.
Oh, we all
on.
thought you were getting ready to mine. You set down the glass of wine
I don't
with
have a
intent,
beats to start mine.
but you're actually just doing up a shoe. Okay, good. Well, we've got a lot of show.
Yep.
Should we get to the show instead?
Sure.
I feel like that's probably a pretty good idea. Let's get into it with our very first segment, the segment you know and love, a segment we like to call Just Saying What Y'all Been Playing. Presented by BuriBuri. BuriBuri. she would legally know if installing a laser in a cat is legal. Legally.
I don't think it's legal.
I think if there was a medical reason for the laser to be in there,
Oh, yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
but I think for human enjoyment,
Not enjoyment. It was more cat distraction than human enjoyment.
Unless there
That's
is a
true.
patent out for kitty cat laser pointer testes that we're not aware of, and we're in breach of a patent
Yeah.
as an IP lawyer,
Yeah.
should
you
be
brought us
onto us
back
for
to the
that.
cat thing. Why?
I'm a professional. That's what I do. It's all about looping back, references, in jokes, callbacks. It's just comedy 101, baby.
Go. Joke.
Good. Okay. Talk to us about something that is not crass and is very highbrow. Saints Row.
Well, funny you should say that because the new Saints Row is different, baby, from the very short preview that I played a few weeks ago. The new Saints Row, I've been looking forward to it because I've heard that it is a kind of more modern interpretation of Saints Row. It is still very much Saints Row. It's a parody of a GTA-style open world urban game where you
Famously, a parody game of.
famously a parody game, yeah. And I would say a series that I've not really loved in the past.
Yep.
I'm a person that has a pretty narrow sense of humor.
You bring this up
What does that
quite
mean?
often. Yeah.
Well, because I feel like always, like, I feel like a wet blanket anytime I'm like, I don't think that's funny.
I think that's fair.
Yeah, it's okay to not think hitting people with a dildo is the height of comedy.
Yeah.
True.
Yeah.
I don't think
Or
that's
the spraying their neighborhood with shit from the garbage shit
Well, I guess
truck.
I guess I'm also like, I'm aware of like, I came through an industry where I was the first woman on a show that was largely viewed by teenage boys. So to be like, that stuff's not funny, I realized I was like going against the grain there. And I didn't want to pile on to the opinion of me being like boring girl coming to crush everyone's fun with
Yeah,
the anti-dildo
right, yeah.
talk. Sorry, William, happy
Someone's got to
birthday.
do it.
But like I remember, like sitting there at E3 at the demo of Saints Row 3 or whatever it was, and then like debuting this like dildo gun and how proud they were of it. And I was like sitting in a room full of dudes and I was like, all right, this is surely not like the peak of like gaming culture that you're all making it out to be. And I just didn't find it funny. And I think also just while it was trying to parody the violence, it still was very violent in a way that was like not taking it seriously and so made it worse somehow, I think, when you were like just grabbing people and just like face slamming them into the pavement and stuff. So I was kind of like, I enjoy the fact that it's almost like GTA takes itself too seriously in some respects, and this didn't take it seriously enough. So I wanted a middle ground for my narrow sense of humor.
Of course.
And I feel like this is heading in that direction.
Oh, good.
It's perfectly bland.
Yeah, it's very boring.
It's not bland. It's just like, I think, you know, this is a cast of characters. They've got your typical crew of 4 who are, you know, kind of vagabonds and have been thrown together in a really unexpected way. You still have all of the freedom of character creation where you can choose a different accent or voice and create whatever combination of shiny colored skin tone or whatever you want.
Yeah, the character creator is interesting. The choice of a voice is actually a choice of personality.
Yeah.
And so when you make that decision, you've not only changed the way that the character sounds, but there's a different recording of the dialogue for each one of those voices.
That's cool.
So there's posh British, there's Southern American, and it all affects the way that they interact with people. So it's a really interestingly deep version of like just a voice change. And I wasn't aware because we played the same preview. I wasn't aware at the time that I was like diving into. I'm picking a character really when I'm picking a voice. I'm picking a voice for my character.
I chose the kind of female sounding British voice.
Yeah.
And she sounded like she was very much in personality, I would say like a mouthy Lara Croft.
Yeah,
Like
cool.
she was just like, yeah, she was awesome. I instantly was endeared to her as a character and I loved her personality as I was playing her. And it was a cool juxtaposition of all the stuff she was doing and the fact that her accent was quite posh and the stuff that she was saying was kind of very much in contradiction to the way that she spoke.
And so, are the lines different?
yes.
Oh, cool.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, that is neat. Yeah.
Yeah. And I would say, because I think I spent more time in the character creator than you, but also
This is my character on screen right now. She's a silver southern lady, and she kicks a lot of ass.
Good.
yeah, she kicks a lot of A's.
A's.
Oh, she's got a bionic arm.
But
Yeah.
while I don't think Saints Row ever set out to be inclusive in the past, it was setting out to be funny by letting you put whatever voice with whatever body type and whatever. I think the intention very much now is to be like, we are absolutely the game that is not going to box anyone into any kind of category, and you can be whatever you want and represent yourself however you want. And they even go, like, there's even like, you can choose to have vitiligo, but not just vitiligo, you can have like 7 different patterns of
Yeah, cool.
vitiligo on your skin. Like there's a lot of really detailed, thoughtful variation into how you make yourself appear on screen. And you can choose really silly stuff, or you can choose really, normal, cool stuff as well. And then once you get into the game, the characters themselves and the personalities that they have are very diverse. There's a big pride flag in your like local hangout. So it's very much kind of making a statement from the get-go that this is like a different tone, an inclusive game. It's funny and it's silly, but it's like we're going about it in a different way. So it got me on side quite early. And then once you're in it, you're kind of just doing the Saints Row stuff that you would have done 10 years ago. I would say the gameplay itself is probably where it feels like it hasn't updated itself potentially enough. It feels like a game, gameplay-wise, from like 10 years ago.
Yeah. It doesn't feel like it doesn't play like a modern game. I guess it kind of looks like a modern game. Like it doesn't look bad.
And to be
It
fair,
looks fine. It looks totally
we've
fine.
not played much. We played a bit by ourselves, and we played a bit in co-op. A couple of missions and stuff like that. So this is a very sort of surface level judgment. But like for open world games, very much fall into a pattern of being very similar, especially when they're set in urban environments.
Yeah.
In terms of the kinds of quests that you have to do, and all of that felt very familiar.
Yeah.
And like.
Yeah.
There was nothing about it that felt super. I did like, I could climb towers and I would immediately pull out a wingsuit, Battlefield 2042 style, and just wingsuit from one point to another. That was just a thing that is open to you at any point, which is a cool way to get around the city. There's fun little like social media missions where you have to go and leave someone a bad review, and then you end up fighting 2 gangs. And you're very much in those situations where it's like, oh, I need to do this thing, but I'm going to end up angering these different groups, and we're all going to end up fighting it out in the city, and then the cops are going to come, and I have to get out of there and steal a car and make funny jokes along the way.
How does the shooting feel? Because I think
Crap.
because I think I liked Saints Row shooting more than I liked GTA shooting. Because GTA shooting
GTA shooting is bad.
is some of the worst shooting I find in a
see,
game.
I
agree.
you might enjoy this more.
Yeah.
I don't like this because it's pull the left trigger and it snaps too, and like it's not fun. It's just a process.
Yep.
Were there settings that you could change? Because I just assumed that there were settings that you could change, and I was like, oh, the snap 2's on automatically for me. How nice.
And yeah, we were playing with controllers, and the game feels good with a controller. An open world game like this, when you're in vehicles all of the time, like it's often better to be playing with a controller.
Totally, yeah.
But the snap 2. I played GTA on PC, so I was using a mouse and keyboard, and it felt heaps better.
Yeah.
But I understand not having some decent aim assist or auto targeting in GTA with a controller makes it feel really rough.
Yeah.
Just getting a reticle on a person is
It was
so
also
hard.
Just like moving and shooting, like GTA was always quite over animated for me.
Yeah.
I would feel like I would take a gun out and start running, and it would be like this whole run up thing, and then he has to slow down and stuff, and it's like, but this doesn't feel conducive to
Even the
running
reticle-
and gunning and being precise.
Even the reticle was a tiny dot
fucking dot on the
on
screen.
a massive
so, yeah,
screen,
okay.
and you'd be like
yeah.
trying to aim it quickly at someone's head. No.
This does have like abilities and stuff, like
right.
cooldowns on like grenades and stuff.
Oh, okay.
Like they
not supernatural, not superhero stuff.
not
like
that I've
the
encountered
first
so far.
Okay, yep.
But like more layers to the combat system that kind of add a bit of flavor to just point and shoot.
Yeah.
Because the point and shoot of it is not fun. In my opinion, it is just part of. It is literally just snap to shoot. It's part of the process, and everyone's kind of bullet spongy as well. It's kind of just like they're shooting in it because there has to be, because it's a gang game.
Yeah.
But it's really just about getting between moments is where the fun is, being in the open world. And while I was sitting there going like, look at this boss fight. It's so shit. Like, why are we doing this in 2022,
Yeah,
right?
sure.
But and there's see that cooldown for the ultimate in the middle of the screen.
Right.
I can't remember what that was, but it was like a powerful
Yeah,
attack.
okay.
You know, you get that stuff done, whatever. But as soon as you're in the open world, it's just like it still feels old, but it's just fun.
Yeah.
Totally.
There's something about it that it's not trying to be something sweet about it, not trying to be anything different. It is just Saints Row.
Yeah.
And that's effective enough.
Yep.
I think people will enjoy their time with it, but if they go in not expecting it to be a revitalization of the series, it's just another entry. And if you have an affection for Saints Row, you're kind of getting another entry into Saints Row that is not modernized really, except for visually.
I think for me, it really will kind of hang on how the kind of co-op campaign
I was going to say, there is co-op.
Yes, but player only. So I guess when I saw this coming, I was like, oh, it's me and 3 friends running around in an open world having a fucking awesome time.
Yeah.
And the fact that that's not the reality is a little bit heartbreaking to me, because I was like, that's what this is, right? We're a gang of, we're the Saints and we're like in the playground and we're doing stuff.
Yeah.
But
Now there's going to be downtime when you're talking with someone on a game. It's just 2 of you. And sometimes you and Pete aren't going to have anything to say.
But it's still going to be super fun. It's still like a really ridiculous playground to be spending time in with a friend. So I'm really looking forward to that aspect of it, and like the kind of action set piecey stuff that we played through together. This kind of Mad Max scenario.
This is cool.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I thought it was awesome. I think like it's not like super revolutionary, but I enjoyed like playing through it with Peter and us kind of like, because I played through it by myself first, and then when I played through it with Peter, it was like he was doing a mirrored version of it on the other side, and we would meet at, like in the middle, and so then we kind of would like sort of weave and cross over, and it felt like one of those buddy cop movies where you're sort of standing back to back at times, being you know, you take out those 2 and I'll take out these ones, and
I will say that with Saints Row 3, particularly 4, while I didn't love them, I think that the mainline mission thing at least was just doing not necessarily different things, but quite fun things all the time. It was about like, okay, this mission is wacky and you're going to be doing some weird shit. And it's like you're getting away from just the open worldness of those games, where I think you're totally right. Like, it is hard to make a game in an urban environment that just doesn't feel like GTA.
yeah.
And nothing has the money like Rockstar, so they're always going to feel like poor imitations of something like GTA. But it always felt better when it was like, okay, you are now going to go to space for a while as the president. And you're like, okay, cool. Like, that is genuinely different, and I'm kind of...
It's like you can design a bunch of different fantasy environments, and when you're dealing in fantasy, it's kind of like the sky's the limit in terms of how you creatively populate that world. But like an urban space is effectively just going to be versions of LA or Detroit or whatever. And
Detroit. What a pull.
I don't know what I was thinking of. Was I thinking of Washington? I was thinking of The
Think
Division.
of Detroit become
I was
human.
thinking of The Division. It was Washington, but then there was a D in my mind. And I went Detroit.
Because of the DC. Washington, Detroit City.
Division.
Division City.
Yeah. But you know, some version of an American city that we've seen before. But I feel like
It's Detroit when you're done with the place.
Yeah, totally. Yeah. It was Paris at the beginning of the game.
But like even like we spent a long time in this co-op trying to like do something dumb with like hooking up this what do you call those things?
This is a shipping container.
Giant
right?
crates, shipping containers. Yeah, to the back of this tricycle, motorized tricycle thing, and trying to. It was just dumb physics breaking stuff that like ends up being the game, right? Like you're kind of like, or finding ridiculous outfits to kind of take on your next mission in, and all of the characterization in between brings it to life in a really wonderful way. So even though it isn't doing anything revolutionary, I know I'm going to play it. I'm going to play it with friends, and I'm going to have a good time.
There's heaps of there's a preview build. I don't know if the finished build is going to not have those kind of physics bugs in it, but that's part of the fun to me.
But I'll miss that.
Yeah, totally. I really think it's going to come down to like which character you end up as to how much enjoyment you get out of the game because
Yeah.
I know there will be
I highly
worse.
recommend Mouthy Lara Croft. She's
Yeah.
great.
But I highly,
was that the name of the?
It should be.
That's our name now.
Yeah.
it was hard. I feel like hopefully for the final release they've really set up a proper preview for that. You know how you can hit preview and it like gives you a demo of the voice line
Yeah.
and stuff. It's like if I'm going to play a 30-hour game with a character that I hate, it's going to have such a detrimental effect on the game. I was so endeared to this character so quickly, and it's thinking about it's the only reason I really enjoyed it was the
Right.
quips that she was making while I was doing
Yeah,
this
right.
thing from 15 years ago.
If
that
2
I
out of
did
4 are
15 years ago.
awesome. Maybe they're just all that great.
They could all be great.
We didn't
They could all
play
be
When the
those
game
two.
comes out, both of you need to post just what like it'll say like voice number 3 or something.
Yeah.
But you need to say this is
It was
Mouthy
this
Lara Croft
Yeah. Yeah.
and this
Yeah.
is Southern
No.
Silver Bell.
Yeah.
Good. Okay, cool. That comes out next week as well, I think, like the 23rd or
Yeah.
something.
Yeah,
Awesome.
yeah.
Pretty close.
Pretty soon.
Well,
Me.
talk to me about one of the best games.
Well, yeah. I haven't played many new games this year. It's been an odd year for video games. They haven't made the sequel to Lake yet, so I haven't had much to play. But it's been nice. This is just a very great game, very simple game called getting the overlay ready and pressing this button, roller Drome, not dome, just because it's an easy thing to stumble over.
Because BuriBuri would have a field day with that. Oh, you can't put roller dome.
Unless Dean Kane's in it.
Yeah.
I
I don't know.
I think he was in
Yeah,
Roll
no,
or
I think
something.
so.
He was in Roll or something for sure.
Or was he in Murder
He was
Ball?
in Murder
Not
Dome.
roller at all.
No. We'll keep talking and I'll find out what movie
Look it
Dean
up.
Kane was in.
Roller Drome is kind of a third-person action skating game.
New genre.
Yeah, it's another
It
genre.
is.
It is another genre. Game plan.
Game.
That's where you
It's
can
a
find all your new genres.
Thanks, Kojima.
The kind of the base mechanic is it's a strange one because it is easy. There's very few failed safes in terms of the traversal of it. Obviously, he can get shot enough times, you'll die. But your character is always going to land those landings. There's no like, oh no, I've fallen over, let me get back up.
You're not Tony Hawk skating at a
Totally.
time.
The easy mode element of it is that you won't mess up. The game does its best to make you look cool at all times. Very similar to Tony Hawk. It's like triangle to grind on rails, square in the air to do some nice flips and stuff.
Sick.
The cool thing is ammo is trick based. So when you've shot and you're down to no ammo, get in the air, do some tricks,
Do a
and
trick.
that will reload your ammo.
Right.
Which is it's wonderful. So it's yeah, Nick, you've been playing it as well.
Well, this game fucking slaps.
It's so good.
It is so good.
It
Yes.
looks so boring.
So that's
I was
what-
going to say it looks awful.
Yeah.
To me.
Yep.
And I went and watched reviews and they were describing how it is and they're like, you don't skate, you just push in the direction you want to go and it does it for you. And you don't really shoot either because it auto aims for you.
Yep.
So you just press the button and you shoot them. And I'm like, so what's the fucking game?
Yes. So I thought all the same things in the trailers and stuff. I was like, I don't know about this. This doesn't look fun. It looks stilted. It looks very straight. The character doesn't seem like there's a
Yeah.
lot of fluidity to it. So it is. You're right. You don't push forward. You only turn, which takes a bit of mental getting your head around. That you're never really directing your character anywhere other than left or right. Like you're not the momentum pushing forward. But it is very much like it's really like a carnival game. It is like how many of these things can you hit without them hitting you
Right.
while doing this manic fucking ballet of reloading your gun. Because, dude, I don't know about you, but it took me a while the controls aren't complicated, but you're jumping and you're shooting and everything's good. You're slowing down time and shooting. When you run out of ammo, you're like, okay, your brain switches to, this is not Call of Duty now. This is like fucking figure skating.
Yeah.
And I need to now get somewhere where there's a jump. I need to do a trick, hold the right buttons to do a trick, and then land and immediately put my mind back into you're being attacked, start attacking other things.
Yeah. It almost turns your controller into like an old style gamepad. Like, you're not thinking about the buttons. You're just like that. Like, I don't know. It's a different way to think about it.
Yeah, it's like you're holding two controllers at once.
Yeah.
Like there's the combat version and there's the skating version.
Yeah.
But when you get in this rhythm and there are like enemies shooting at you, some are doing melee attacks. There's tons of snipers around the place. I don't know if you've got to the second set of levels.
Yeah.
With the fucking ice sniper thing.
Yep.
Sucks.
Yep.
People with grenade launchers and that sort of thing.
Oh,
but
wow.
when and you can shoot grenades out of the air and all that sort of stuff. But when it clicks, what you're doing is this real. It's not quite a rhythm game, but it's this.
Gets close.
Yeah, it's. There's nothing really like it.
Yeah.
It is just so cool. The closest thing I was thinking of was something like Neon White, which was, which while completely different because it's this speed run-based game, it's all about this frantic movement of I just need to make sure I am doing something at all times. Because as soon as you're not doing something proactive, you are immediately like vulnerable and you're going to get shot.
Is momentum a big thing? Like, do you have to keep up a certain speed?
Well, there's
or is
no.
that...
That's the strange thing about, like, if there's not even a complaint, is you do sometimes feel slow. There's an element of like sometimes. Oh, just
once
sort
you
of-
start moving,
Yeah.
you just
That's
move at
your
that
speed.
speed all the time until the end of the game.
I wonder if it started off a lot more complicated, and then they just kind of realized that they were working with too much, and so they kind of pared it back to this because their idea was not I'm going to make a game where it's like you don't shoot or do
the-
tricks really.
This is also the devs of like Ollie Ollie World and stuff
Yep.
as well. So it's almost a more complicated version of Ollie World. And
Yeah.
Oh, right. Okay, yeah.
It's got the shooting aspect.
But I think there's definitely a version of this game that existed where you
Yeah.
can crash if you don't land a trick properly, and that's
Yeah.
which you can't in the game.
and just sucked the fun out of it.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and
Yeah.
would have been awful because
Totally.
it's too many things to keep in your mind. But
Yeah.
it is genuinely like I don't think you would like it at all. You might. I think Gus will love it.
Yeah.
This is so my kind of game, and yeah, I've just been having such a blast with it. And the way that you progress is like each challenge, because it's this future sport that you're doing. So
Right.
you are a contestant in this sport, and there is a meta game.
I didn't want to be that guy, but I was like, why are you on skates with a gun?
And so there's this meta layer of like you see behind the scenes of the sports organization, and something is going on, and you're not quite sure what it is. But totally lost my train of thought. The general, like the weird combination of games works really, really well, and just that feeling of I never really feel in control. I don't know about you, Will. I never felt like I really had this down, but I was always just keeping my head above water, and that's enough. And then the way that you unlock new levels is each level has like 15 challenges that it wants you to complete, and you unlock. And when you do one, it unlocks it, and then you need to unlock a certain amount of challenges to open the next set of levels.
It's a very classic game, like
Yeah.
PlayStation era game as well.
Totally.
and That.
So you fail by just like not getting enough of the dudes in a time
You fail by
limit?
dying.
By dying.
Oh, you do die.
But you have health, and when you shoot people, they drop health that you can pick up. And when you get shot, it takes off. I think it takes off like a normal gun takes off 10 health,
Yeah.
or something like that.
And then that ice
Is that top left? Yeah.
Top left is health, yeah. And then the only other thing so far that I've needed to keep track of is my ammo and
This slow down state thing, is that something that you're triggering or no?
Yeah.
Yeah, so that's as soon as you go to aim, it'll slow down time.
left
okay.
trigger slows time for.
And do you pick up abilities as you go, or are you just with the
Very
same-
early on, it like tutorializes like a drip feed of things, but it's like by like the second level, you know everything. There's no additional bits to like purchase or anything.
Yeah, the next set of stages, I got a grenade launcher. So now I have double pistols, shotgun, and grenade launcher. You can switch between all of them at any time, and there's room for one more weapon in that wheel. And they all share an ammo pool as well. So yeah,
Let's go.
But it's something else.
It's
And
so good.
Cool.
And I've been playing it on PS5. It's PlayStation console exclusive, but also PC. And I like my gimmicks. It's got a lot of great PS5 controller haptics and
nice.
stuff. And there's a nice, because when you run out of ammo, there's a nice just like chime that it's like a gun is missing. It's got no rounds in it, and that's very satisfying.
That's nice.
And it's like I hear it, and then it's like I've got to go skate. It's a nice little reminder. So
And I will say, you always feel like a badass
Yes.
all the time.
Yeah, that's
Until
great.
the
That's
moment
good.
you die, everything you do, because you land every trick,
Yeah.
you do all the flips, everything in slow motion when you're
Yep.
like upside down above a dude with like a shield and you're shooting him through the top of his brain.
You're starring in your own action movie.
Yeah, it's fucking sick.
The
It's
game
so much fun.
that I keep thinking of it is My Friend Pedro is another like it's that slow down
time.
Yeah.
and constant moving. So
You know when you watch the E3 demo of like a new action game that's coming out and they do everything like perfectly to show off the full level and they're like nailing all the shots and then they like look around a corner and there's things and then they pause and then come out and they do a whole thing and then the reality of you playing it is like running into walls and then dying and then starting it again and then getting stuck on a thing on the corner and then going back and then
quitting stream. The whole time you do feel so cool that sometimes at the beginning I wasn't keeping an eye on my health and then I would die and I was like, but I was being so cool. I was so cool. How could I have died?
yeah.
no one this cool could ever die.
Even cool people die, Nicholas. I'm sorry.
That's true. Kurt Cobain, Gus, other people.
Jesus.
I haven't seen him in chat.
Yeah.
The movie we're thinking of was Future Sport.
Future Sport, Dean Cain.
That's the one with Dean Cain.
Yep.
Let me read you the synopsis of Future Sport.
Please.
A movie I think
I didn't know that Dean Cain was in anything other than Lois and Clark and Ripley's Believe It or Not.
fair.
He was so good in Ripley's Believe It or Not.
I really believed it.
Yeah.
Yeah. Future Sport, 1998. I think we should all watch this together on an
I
episode one
don't
time.
Yeah.
know what that is, but it sounds great.
The year
In the year-
1998.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Or together.
I can just see the cover looks like the cover of every other movie of that time.
It looks like the cover of Event Horizon as well. In the year 2025, a non-violent organized sport replaces gang warfare.
Great.
Trey, a talented athlete, must do all he can to stop a terrorist organization from winning the game in order to save the world.
Thank goodness.
Yeah. It's basically, this was The Purge before The Purge.
Yep. Wesley Snipes,
Yep.
Dean Cain, Vanessa Williams. Come
Okay.
on.
Who's
Vanessa Williams is a singer.
Yeah. So you know it's going to be good.
That was a gamble that sounds like didn't pay off.
Can you show me a picture of Vanessa Williams, please?
Yeah. I'll show you one when she was a
She's a
bit
beautiful
younger.
woman.
Beautiful
she
woman?
was. Yeah, yeah.
Is that another thing she was in, or is she a beautiful woman?
She's just a beautiful
Yeah,
woman.
okay.
Vanessa Williams?
Oh, yeah.
No idea who that is.
No?
She's a beautiful
Never seen her in my life. She's
You didn't recognize her. You were just like, yeah, that's a beautiful woman.
Is that an attractive woman? Well done, Vanessa.
Well done, Vanessa. Good. All right. Jess, what have you been playing this week?
Well, last time I was on the show, we did confessions, back pockety confessions. And did you finish Paradise Killer yet?
I'm still playing it.
Okay. Well, I
That
next
means
confession. He was not still playing.
that
we'll
means
do that later in the show.
Yeah.
he will
Okay.
never finish it.
I had to confess. Well, I didn't have to. It's part of the show.
Could have said anything.
I could have said anything, but I decided to say that I actually hadn't finished Alice Madness Returns, which is a game I defined a lot of my personality by, which is pretty bad, and my community got upset with me about it. So then I was like, fine, I'll play the stupid game. Actually, I really just wanted to play it. So I played it. I played the whole thing on stream, and I finished it.
Well done.
Amazing.
So now I'm done. So we're 50% of the way there to finishing the games that we
That appeared.
That we like
appeared on
Yeah,
that
yeah,
day that we're not done. And I played it all the way up to the final boss fight, so this game came out 9 years ago, and I just literally couldn't do the final boss fight. It's like I didn't put it down. It was just too hard.
It's just broken hard, or
It's way harder than the rest of the game.
okay, yeah.
So I got to the end again, and I was like, I got to be a better gamer than 9 years ago. Fuck, it's still hard. I was literally just sitting there, like I was getting cranky. I was just like, fuck, shit. It was so bad. Sorry, 9-year-old. I hope you're
no swearing on this show.
having a
please.
good birthday. Yeah, and God, it was an
9-year-old.
absolute nightmare, but I got through it. It does that super annoying thing. Which will be relevant for the segment you guys have got later, but I didn't bring it up in that, where you hit a checkpoint in the boss fight, but it does not give you your ammo or your health back.
Oh, I
so
hate
it's
that.
like
It's
I'm already dying.
Unforgivable.
Yeah.
You're giving me
Sucks.
like you've checkpointed me, but I've only got two hearts.
you restart and it's like, what am I supposed to do with this?
What am I supposed to do? It's like if I
I got
couldn't,
2 hearts.
if I couldn't do it with 13, why do you think I can do it with 3?
It's
like, and so it was that thing.
You're just stuck in an endless
Yes,
loop
you get
of
stuck in
death.
it. And I
Yeah.
thought that was what was going to happen because that was the way that it was designed. But luckily, I did get to the end of it. So then I felt good about that.
I remember the platforming in this
hear
being a little bit. It was one of those like it kind of felt like that 2000s thing of like you're in a 3-dimensional space and then the
Hard to get
sort
a
of
sense of power,
the depth perspective of like when
Perception
you're,
gets you sometimes.
when you're jumping on stuff. Is
Especially
like,
because
oh,
there's a lot of invisible platforms, but it just feels good. Like it does feel good to play. It's quite padded. American McGee did not have an idea he didn't put in this game. It is not. They don't make games like this anymore. Like EA was the
Unless it's Kojima,
publisher,
maybe?
So I think probably Kojima with Konami, but EA was clearly just like, do everything. I don't think anything was left on the drawing board for this game.
Yeah.
Because it was like, cool, I got this great idea. Sweet. Why don't we pad that out to 2 hours of runtime? It's like a 14-hour game.
Yeah.
It doesn't need to be that long. But it was still really good, and it's beautiful for an old game.
It was it was awesome. I remember. I don't remember a lot of the games I played on Good Game because it was all a massive blur. But I remember
That was the Coke.
I distinctly remember playing this, and I
It was
remember
the 80s.
it being like such an awesome, fantastical. Whoop.
Yeah. And I mean, 10 years ago too, you don't get like cool female protagonists a bunch. Like it's
No, totally.
very
Yeah, totally.
commonplace
Yeah.
nowadays. But back then, she's a great character. And that was
Yeah.
So you go, Pete.
I was just going to say, what was the separation between this and Lollipop Chainsaw would have been
Around the same
years
time.
later?
a few years. This is definitely before.
Yeah.
But
Because again, like that's another like empowerment or not. It was like that was
Well,
a dude that put a
yeah.
woman with large breasts.
a
in
busty
in a-
2011,
I
and that was
mean-
2012.
Yeah, there you go.
I'd argue busty cheerleader with her boyfriend's head is probably not the same.
No, I'm not saying that's exactly. It was
Yeah.
like that's what you expected
No,
from.
that's what we were
But
getting.
like that's what Suda was
Yeah.
delivering, and American McGee did something a little.
Yeah. Apparently good gameplay. In
More
the game.
palatable?
I didn't play it.
Yeah,
but,
I didn't play the little.
yeah, look, it's a nasty game though. It's a bit heavy.
Is it?
Yeah, it's dark. But then I guess all of the source material is very super
It
dark.
should be
as
dark.
well,
Yeah.
Yeah.
I never asked when we did the segment,
Yeah.
because you've said it twice now that you based a lot of your personality on this game. How?
Just
Have
the
you
hair?
seen me?
Okay, sure.
Have you seen it?
Okay, it's more from a
Very pale.
A visual.
You based
I'm very pale
you based
and
the
I'm nasty.
pigmentation of
Very
your
pale,
skin
dark
on
hair.
this video
Mentally ill.
game.
What do you
Mentally ill.
No, she's a toughie. I like her a lot. And growing up, it was like, my dad got me into video games. He'd like take me to the store, and occasionally me and my brother would get to pick out a video game. And I remember I'd pick out like a Guild Wars because there was a girl on the front.
Yeah.
But it was just like some hot busty chick who like wasn't a character.
Yeah.
Like, it wasn't really like you got to experience someone's personality like a interesting, complex female protagonist. Wasn't really a thing growing up. So I think this is one of the few games that did that, particularly this is obviously the sequel, the first one, American McGee's Alice. And yes, Gus, this one is a sequel.
It's nice as well to see a character who is like, I guess, presented feminine, but not in a sexy anime little girl way as well. Because I feel like as a female protagonist, you are either like super tough because you're an adventurer, or you're the opposite of that and you're like someone's girlfriend, or you're like a weird anime girl who like fights things in heels and a bikini. And this was kind of like presenting like a feminine character who was just kind of goth and a bit strange and an awful blade. And it was cool to kind of see that represented as a protagonist
Basically,
as well.
just you two in a video game.
That's why we love it.
Yeah,
Thanks, American.
I mean, the art still holds up so well.
Yeah, it looks
because
sick.
it's so
It's just
stylized.
beautiful.
Yeah.
It's really impressive too, because all the worlds in the game, of which I think there are 6 or 7, look completely different. They're totally distinct. There's like, you're up in the clouds and all the platforms are cards, or you're in a world that's entirely inspired by Japanese influence and stuff like that. All the enemy types change. This soundtrack completely changes. It's just like the attention to detail that went into the design of this game, and just simple stuff like this, that dodge into butterflies, pulling off the combat, everything feels so good. Even when it's padded, you don't get too upset with it because it's just nice existing in the world, moving through it. And yeah, it's just fun.
Is this on something in the moment, like Game Pass or?
I think
Steam
it
or-
is
yeah?
on Game Pass.
Yeah, cool.
I'm 90%
Because
sure.
it does look fun. Before you move on to your next game,
What the fuck?
can I? Because you mentioned your dad, that he got you into games. Can I read the message you sent me yesterday about your dad when I messaged you to say, "Can you come on the show?"
Yeah, what did I say again?
It's nothing bad.
I forgot what I said.
I asked if you wanted to come on the show, and you said,
oh,
"I'd
yeah.
love to."
Yeah, of course, read that.
Sorry for the delay. I was doing important business watching a Vampire Diaries retrospective with my dad. So the dad sounds cool, is what
I
I'm trying to say.
was.
Mr. McDonald.
Amazing.
Yeah, Friendly Space Ninja does great YouTube retrospectives if you like Vampire Diaries.
You know, the guy that kept killing us in Battlefield last night,
In chat.
16 whatever,
Yep.
came into my chat afterwards and was like, thanks for the games. Sorry, I killed you so much, but I've been playing Battlefield for a while. I play with my mate and my cousin and my dad and my cousin's dad or something like that. I was just like, these people just game with their dads. It's awesome. My dad is. I don't think my dad has ever touched a video game.
No, mine definitely hasn't. But I'll game with my kids and I'll smoke them. Oh, not so bad.
How funny that you think that's going to be something
Yeah,
your
HR
reflexes
186.
are going to be capable of.
They're already cooked. What else have you been playing?
As Dusk Falls, I finished and I played it the same way you two have been playing it, which is a mistake.
Oh, on stream.
Don't play with chat.
Yeah.
Play on your own in your own time.
Make
I
your
see
own
you.
decisions.
I see you,
Chat.
Meanie. I see you people who are in my chat making horrible decisions. Chat is not good. You guys' chat is more well behaved than mine. Mine turned into little demons. So for those who don't know, this is a decision based game. There's a lot of branching paths, but if you played in broadcast mode, everyone else gets to make the choices.
I
And
feel
we
like
get
I feel like our
three
chat
vetoes.
was worse the first stream, and then they actually got super invested
Yeah.
in the story, and we were making good choices the second stream.
So
Because we
mine-
have to reiterate,
didn't do that.
you are the worst community on the internet.
No, hang out
Yours
with
are?
mine.
Okay, right.
Okay, so
I've been in your chat a little bit. They are pretty fucked.
Not only did mine make bad choices, they would specifically make bad choices to bait out my vetoes early on in the chapter. 'Cause you get 3 vetoes a chapter. So they'd specifically
the gamers.
pick the bad thing. So they'd know, because they know I'm like picky about my choices. So then they know when it got late in the chapter and
Fuckers.
things actually mattered, that they would have full control. So it got a bit terrifying because then they were in full control. And I was like, they'll have full investment later. They'll want to make good choices. No, it's just little demons. The only thing they did, which was really nice, and I love that you guys have a clip of this. I won't reiterate it because it's trigger warning. But there's a very really heavy, horrible thing that happens to one of the characters, and you guys were enjoying your chocolate at the time.
I'll tell you about this later. You missed it.
And it's why we'll never have a problem with overlap.
Yeah.
You guys were enjoying your child. We were talking about caramel milk. You guys were discussing the pros and cons of caramel milk. Meanwhile, I
You
wasn't
guys
playing
is
with anyone
generous.
else.
One of us was. One of us was invested heavily in the
Yeah.
traumatizing thing that was
Interested.
happening in front of them.
So when that happened, I at first was I was really worried about showing this thing because I haven't had that problem before. I was like, oh, is anyone going to be triggered? I'm really worried.
Yeah, because
Anyway.
it warns you early on. It's
Yeah,
like there's,
and then,
depicts scenes of suicide.
Yeah,
in the game.
we had a person in our chat, as you did with yours, saying, hey, something bad is coming. And I was like, okay, everyone, here it comes. And I'm just a baby. I'll cry at a Telstra commercial. I cry at everything.
NRMA ones get me.
Oh my gosh.
little
Some
koala?
of the cinema ones, like,
off.
I'm just like, this
Yeah.
is, I don't know, the music's playing. I cry.
Vanessa, you put an excess in as
can't.
well. It's a heartbreaker.
I can't. Anyway, so it's a bad character too, but that whole scene gets underway.
Yeah.
I'm inconsolable. I'm absolutely bawling. I've never cried this much on stream.
Wow.
And
Holy shit.
the chat were just like, because you make two choices. One of them is to aid the character going through the terrible thing, and one of them is to just let him go through with it. And like the chat had been so bad the whole time, and everyone was just like, do the thing Jess wants. Do the thing Jess wants. Not one person picked like the bad
nice.
thing after being
that's
dicks the whole
nice.
time. They
I
were
thought
all
you were
just
leading up to the fact that they were just like, suck it.
They couldn't do it because I couldn't even speak. They were just like, let's pick the one.
So all you
Jess
need to
wants.
do is sob.
All I need to do
through
is
the
sob
whole
for them
game.
to be nice to
Yeah.
I
me.
was going to say, is this the next gaming confession? Is like you fake cried so that they would choose a
I
nice decision
wish.
at the end?
I
Oh,
will. That was great.
imagine.
What a twist.
Right.
Did you fake caramel milk?
You actually don't like
You know I can't fake that.
real.
that kind of space out is super genuine.
It's fair. It's chocolate. I get it.
Good.
The funniest thing too is that I was just like, when I heard you gasp, I was like, yes, I know.
Yes, I know. Can you believe I wasn't
How
that into it?
exciting.
In your defense, you gasped and then you raised your chocolate.
I know.
So by the time her eyes flicked across the
That's- no,
screen,
that's fair,
she
that's
saw
fair,
you
that's
holding
fair.
chocolate.
Yeah.
So, but you,
But I imagine-
Your Honor, Upon looking at the Zapruder film
Yeah,
more
yeah, yeah,
closely,
yes.
you will notice that I gasp while looking at the screen
Yes.
at the thing.
Yes.
And then I see that she's doing that.
Yeah.
And I bring it up while never taking my eyes off the suicide.
And I would,
And then
I would
back
say
down.
probably you realized what was happening, and in a moment of solidarity was like, "Yeah, we're
Yeah,
doing
it was like,
something."
hey, buddy,
Yeah,
we
totally.
got
Then
chocolate.
she'll realize that someone is killing themselves on screen, and she'll focus
my
on
God.
that. But instead, I
happened very
launched
quickly.
into
It
It all happened so
really
fast.
quickly.
It all happened so fast.
my whole experience of
You know what I love about caramel?
It was so good.
It's just the perfect blend of chocolate and caramel.
I love that clip. I really love that clip.
Perfect. Good. Great.
Yeah.
Did you finish it?
I did finish
Okay,
it.
good.
Well, I say I finished it, but I feel like chat finished it. But I got a good
Cat fucked it. You
We
finished.
got a good ending because I started to see that they were screwing me. So I'd save my I know you haven't finished it yet. I won't spoil anything, but I would save my things till the very end just in case they totally screwed something.
Oh, your vetoes?
Or weren't nice to someone.
Oh, yeah, I'm burning mine all
You're
super early.
playing House on the Wall.
But I feel like we're gonna get a good ending.
Should I open the glove box? Veto. What the fuck?
I love that.
Only because sometimes
Wild.
I've
That
been-
was wild.
I've been burned from like Walking Dead games where it's like
There was a zombie in the glove box.
well, if you miss looking around at something,
Yeah.
then that triggers an event
yeah,
where
yeah.
No,
like
that's
something
true.
like
Yeah.
freaking kills you because
Yeah.
you weren't an observant gamer.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Talk about
And you took the like direct route. So I was like, I need to make sure that we do this thing because you never know.
I did misclick my veto late game. I forgot because it's just a right click. And it's like, boom,
That's
veto.
the other
Yeah,
thing.
yeah,
You wanna
yeah,
get
it
every,
is.
like,
If there's no
I would say that's the main thing, not the other thing. That's every video has just been right click. Oh shit.
Yeah,
Oh,
because it's
my caramel
it should
finger.
be a confirm. It shouldn't be
Should be.
one.
Yeah, that's stupid.
caramel.
It's a veto. It should be like it's a big serious thing.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Oh, good.
Not just
Okay.
like veto.
And you've also started a cult.
And I started a cult. Just a cult.
Good.
It's funny. It's just me.
Are you making your cult members eat poop?
Yeah. Yeah. Well, sometimes they make the other ones eat poop.
This is a common thing then.
Yep.
It's
Yeah, yeah.
good, but I've gone in too deep where I want everyone in the cult. So now there's too many because I'm doing the Twitch thing where it's all the Twitch people are
yeah.
in the cult.
Yeah.
And so there's like 40
Oh, is that
cult
what the
members.
integration is?
Yeah.
That's
damn it,
cool.
that's so
Integration
clever.
is amazing.
That's sick.
You can put them all in the cult, and they can also spend their channel points. Thank you, Zenobia. They can also spend their channel points to contribute to the totem, which basically lets you level up, which is huge. And you can turn down in the Twitch back end. You can turn down the timer from 3 minutes to 1 minute. So 1 minute they can like put in for the totem.
That is so cool.
So basically, you keep leveling up because of them. So they're like a huge part of it. So that's why I keep building them beds.
Australians
And
are the
sometimes they die. But it's always funny when it's like, Loki Cat's making someone eat poop. And Falcon's like, man, I wish Loki Cat wasn't making me eat poop. It's really funny.
yeah.
Yeah.
Actually, we are kind of in the
Did
very
Loki Cat die?
Loki Cat hasn't died, but Loki Cat keeps trying to start uprising, so I had to put Loki Cat in jail.
Good.
So
Yeah, fair.
Good.
we are very much
what
in,
we've
heard.
in
You guys
the
understand.
early days of chat integration because like initially it was just like, oh, you can vote on things, and then it's like you can vote on stuff and you can have more control than the person playing it, and then it's like you can play an active role in the game. And and even just being able to see people's usernames when they're making choices and stuff
yeah.
makes it so much more of a group experience.
Yeah.
So I'm curious to know like 5 years from now what the Twitch integration stuff will be and how it's going to evolve because it's a whole area of video games that
Well, we're already at
I'm
the point where your chat is just playing the game for you with
Yeah.
as dusk falls.
excellent.
It really is.
Totally.
That was a fun thing with As Dusk Falls, where it's like someone would pick something dumb if I didn't get my way. I'd be like, because it shows you the last name that came up. I'd be like, Dichotic, what the fuck? What are you doing? Why? Like I could blame a specific
Bam.
person
Oh,
Yeah.
because that's the name that came
Did
up
you just
last.
call that Dichotic who is
Yeah.
not in your cult?
I'm so sorry. Dichotic, I love you. I'm sorry. Dichotic's in the chat right now. Dichotic, we're trying to get so hard into my cult. I told Pete this whole story the other day. We're trying so hard to get everyone in the cult who wants
Yeah.
to be in the cult. Poor Dichotic has entered every single raffle, and we haven't been able to get
Oh,
him
it's a
yet.
raffle system.
I said to Dichotic the other day, it's the point where I'll be like, I'll just start the game and you just come along quite like quickly before anyone else shows up and we'll try and get you.
If only
man.
Dichotic was a better community member, then maybe they would have got in the cult.
Yeah,
It's
yeah.
like exotic roles in Destiny. destiny. No, but listen, it'll happen, and when it does, it'll be so much sweeter, and then you can just promote him to.
Yeah.
Jess will be done with the game by then.
Yeah.
I'm gonna say, but it is to the
Get
point.
him in the cult and then sacrifice him
Yeah,
straight away.
I should say I am
Totally.
streaming so much at this point where I do have casual conversations with real life friends about my parasocial relationships.
Yeah.
So there you
good.
go. That's
Yeah.
where I'm at in my life. Answer the first question. Of the
Good. Yeah.
What have I been up to? Just maintaining my parasocial relationship.
Dichotic, you don't want to be in her cult anyway. She's making everyone eat poop.
Yeah.
That's true.
Disgusting.
It's true. What a great game, though. Fuck, what a great game. Peter,
Yeah.
tell me Fashion Police Squad is a great game.
It is a very good game.
Oh, good.
I would say it falls just shy of great,
Excellent.
but it's a very fun time. It is so the conceit is that you're playing a Quake style game,
Oh.
but as a member of an officer amongst the fashion police.
I was imagining like a Barbie game when I heard the name and looking
too.
at the screen.
Well,
that's
when you
not
look at
what's
Pete,
happening.
you instantly think Barbie game.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's in
It would've
Barbie
been a
Horse Riding
really
Adventures.
Good twist.
Yeah.
I thought you were going to be making a little outfit, like the browser Barbie game. That would've been great.
I nodded, but I've never seen it. But also, it sounds like something that I would absolutely love. The idea,
I know what you're talking
Okay, we played in IT class in high school.
the word fashion in a game that is a Quake style shooter is not something that I ever
Unusual.
thought would be married together. But I love the idea of the fashion police being a real thing and a real violent outfit, so to speak.
Nice. You run around and basically you are trying to the idea of fashion crimes is rampant in this city, and you need to solve these crimes by attacking the people who are committing the fashion crimes in various ways. The initial introduction is you have kind of this like paint shotgun, and you run into people that are all grey in the colourful world, and so you shoot paint at them. It's
cool.
like they're like sad grey like me right now.
Okay, so
I
it's
need
not
to-
you just judging people's outfits. And
Yeah, you absolutely are.
that.
It's got heaps of sass, but everyone in the city is dressed incorrectly in the wrong ways, and the way that the game keeps it interesting is that it introduces different enemies, and there's different ways to fix their fashion crime.
Oh.
So people in large suits, you sew like suits that are too big for them.
God.
You shoot them with the sewing machine gun, and it stitches them
my
up.
God.
And once you kill an enemy, you actually like yassify them, and they like pop into color and life and start like flipping their suit briefcase in the air and they're just having a party. So every time you kill someone, you're just solving the fashion crime that they've committed.
Okay.
It's level based, and there's bosses in every kind of like at the end of like a section of levels. It doesn't seem to be like 3 levels and then a boss level. It seems to be like based on the narrative that's being told, and how interesting the areas are. But the gunplay is great. It feels like a modernized version of like an id Software game. It's fun and twitchy, and it feels like you're a mouse and keyboard shooter. You're skipping around, dashing around really quickly, and sliding off things and shooting away.
Do you learn much about the government society who is setting these fashion laws?
Not really. Like it's just like you are a field officer who is obviously one of the best in the biz, and you're out there doing your thing.
Just following orders, Steph.
Just following orders.
Question it.
So this was the thing that was exciting in the trailer. This idea of
the momentum and the swing.
so swinging, and it's like the kind of the least effective part of the game. Unfortunately, it's like it doesn't feel that great, and like I've just come off Halo's grapple and stuff, so it's like it's just okay. But the way that the game maintains its kind of energy is that there are the different ways to fix the fashion crimes and mixing different sets of bad guys together in different areas, and then so you're swapping between weapons and taking out things that are the most dangerous first, or trying to distract something. You can whip them with your belt, and that stuns them, so you might stun the thing that's going to take longer to kill, just so you can keep it out of the way while you're clearing up the rest of the stuff. And Will, if you jump a little later in the footage, because you start off in the city, and then and you've got an ultimate as well that builds up over time. Once you kind of like it's your fab meter. Once you're fully fabulous, you can like
great.
you can just like karate chop people, and you just dash around the map.
Sure.
It's awesome.
Why not?
Like this.
Yep.
Perfect. And then just after this is the first boss fight. You fight Hugo Boss. An appropriate first boss.
you really?
Is Hugo Boss. Yeah. looking at it right here.
Amazing.
So it feels like an old school shooter, and has enough of a modernized kind of take that I'm enjoying the process of it. It's not doing anything spectacular, but it all feels good, and there's a few there's plenty of nose laughs along the way.
Yeah.
You're like,
Yeah.
Yeah, acknowledgement laughs.
yeah, exactly.
Yeah, cool.
The writing's cute. The presentation of it all is cute,
I like
and
that
I'm
they-
constantly surprised by new weapons and stuff and new enemies. It's keeping things interesting the whole way so far.
I like that they look very much like they're like 2D drawings in a 3D space. Do you know what I mean? They all look like
Yeah.
cardboard cutouts.
Yeah, they're all like sprites, and they're always facing you, so they kind of like flip around. This is the best gun. This is the latest gun I found. This is a water pistol, basically, to put out these fire guys, and they're dazzling when you wet them. But you can use it. Pretty much every gun has a primary and secondary attack, and you get introduced to them slowly over time. The primary attack of this is just like you can wet people, but you can also wet the floor, and you skid along the floor a lot faster. So there's like some interesting movement stuff. Classic Quake of like rocket jumping and stuff. So it feels nice in that way. And also it charges up a more like precision weapon style of it. So you shoot the water pistol and it builds up pressure inside it, which doesn't make any sense, but that's how they describe it, because it would be doing the exact opposite. And then when you aim down sight with this gun, it rapid fire precision shoots. So it's interesting picking the weapon for the situation, and you're forced into some weapon choices, but other times you get a bit of freedom of choice. And you saw the gnome there is for all the characters are all the enemies are little characters, and there's like German tourists who have they're photographers, and they're wearing socks and sandals. And for some reason, the way to solve that fashion crime is to throw these little gnomes at them, and they steal socks.
Yeah,
Is that a thing that gnomes steal your socks? I assume it is.
That was a thing in like South Park, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. So that's the ding gnomes.
That
steal
sounds
socks.
like a thing.
So that's the solve for that one.
Okay.
Sock gnomes are an ancient folk who hail from Germany.
An
There you go.
ancient
There you
folk.
There you go.
That's amazing. I think in South Park, they
All the things there, ancient folk.
they were underpants in South Park.
Can't
Yeah.
to.
Yeah. Okay.
Cool.
Yeah, it's great.
Fashion Police Squad. I loved that the sewing machine gun. Just quickly, I just got a text message. I've had a couple of family members who have been health-wise not great just the last week or so, and I saw that my dad sent me a message, and I was like, I should probably just check this just to make sure everything is okay. And Dad sent me a message and just said, "Wasn't Vanessa Williams Miss World?"
Oh my god, that's great.
Is she? Yeah, and I looked it up. She was.
Wow.
1984. She
See?
was crowned.
Attractive
Is
woman.
there anything
Horny
she
on
can't
Maine.
do?
Is
Mr.
there
Richardson.
anything she
Vanessa
can't
Williams.
do?
Yeah.
So there you go. Vanessa
Okay.
Williams was Miss World. Thanks, Dad.
Nice.
Why does he remember that?
Well, 84. That would have
Yeah,
been
yeah, yeah.
like that would have been. I reckon it probably would have been big. She was also the first.
Do you think your dad was spanking
African-American
it
Miss
to-
America?
Miss
As,
Williams?
as if you're ever going to forget that.
Who's Miss World right
Come
now?
on, come on.
Come on.
What?
No, the
Come on.
one. Hawkins. Jennifer
Jennifer
Hawkins.
Yeah, my dad's
That's
a
all
Jennifer
I
Hawkins.
ever forget.
That's the only one I know that.
I just forgot her name, but her face was really fresh.
No. But if someone said
Crisp in
Jennifer
my
Hawkins,
mind.
you'd be like, oh yeah,
No.
Yeah.
You know, like
Yeah.
yeah. Like if someone goes Lara Bingle, we know what we're thinking.
Well, yeah.
You broke that Australian cricketer's heart.
Yeah, Michael Clark deserved better.
Yeah, did he? I don't know.
and-
Who was the
She can have Sam
that
Worthington.
relationship?
I feel like he broke up with her.
Yeah, that feels right.
Yeah.
Lara Bingle could do no wrong.
He's a captain of the Australian cricket team.
Yeah, and they're fucking cheaters, mate.
Yeah, he wasn't, but some of them are.
Okay,
fuckers.
good. That's it. By the way, that is the
Makes me
extent
so
of my
mad.
cricket knowledge.
Yeah.
I know that I'm loosely related to the War Brothers.
Oh, that's
Yeah. Hey, how
Nice,
you doing,
okay.
everybody?
All right.
Yeah, and I know Michael Clark broke up with Lara Bingle, and that we're filthy cheats. Okay. I played 2 games this week. The aforementioned Roller Drome.
Yep.
Yep.
I also played a game called Lost and Hound, made by Brian Fairbanks. Great name.
Wait, is Michael Clark the one that did the thing with the cricket ball on his pants?
No.
No, those are the cheaters.
those are the.
But you said he was a filthy cheat.
Yeah, he
I
wasn't.
said
He wasn't.
Australian cricketers are a filthy
cheat.
cheats.
Oh.
All of them. Even the ones I'm related to, the War Brothers. God bless you.
Well, that's the extent of my cricket knowledge.
Brian Fairbanks made a game called Lost and Hound. Lost and Hound is a cute little game where you play as a dog that's sort of like not a sniffer dog, but kind of turns into a sniffer dog, is co-opted by big sniffer dog.
Yeah.
Actually, just goes around helping people in the community. But
Excuse me, that is not a dog. That is a corgi.
that is a corgi.
Are corgis not dogs?
Yeah, they are.
Not just
They're somewhere in between. They're their own thing.
They're little wiggly
Yeah.
loafs.
They're wiggle loafs.
They're wiggle loaves. Okay, so the game is about a wiggle loaf. But the distinctive thing about this game is that it is designed to be played by people who are blind,
Visually impaired.
and that you can play the whole game by basically. I think a clever solve for this is that you play as a sniffer dog, and instead of normally in a game you would see like a scent trail that you follow, it's actually this tone that you hear, and as you wander closer to the thing that you're looking for, the tone is consistent. As you wander away from it, the tone lessens and disappears and stuff. And so I think it's really cool that he's made this game that's built around being able to play in a way that we just very much take for granted, I suppose. Australian dev, super cool idea, and so I've been playing a bit of that, and yeah, like it's cool. Not my favorite thing, but a great little sweet thing at the beginning of the game, and I took a screenshot of it. Was you boot the game up, and on the opening cut screen it says, "If you like the game, please tell a friend or leave a positive review. It's the only way I'll be able to make more." And I was like, "Oh, that's really sweet." And then that's in the top left, and down in the bottom left it says, "If you didn't like it, please tell me so I don't make the same mistakes next time." Which was lovely. But yeah, so if you have someone in your life who is visually impaired, wants to be playing video games, then point them towards Lost and Hound.
I feel like I see a lot of high contrast colors in there as well, which seems like a deliberate choice. For
Yes.
Even if you're not completely blind and you have partial vision, then you're kind of able to, better distinguish what's happening visually also.
Yeah, and he used a bunch of, he said, he sent me an email and said that he'd used some blind testers for the game to really make sure that like everything, because his background is in audio as well. So he was like, oh, I can take the skill that I have and use it for that. So very cool. Lost and Hound on Steam right now. And then the other two things that I just wanted to talk about quickly, they're not video games, but Gus isn't here, so I can get away with talking about them because I don't know if you know this.
Is he crazy about
Honky Tonky's in chat. Brian's in chat.
Hey, Devin
Welcome.
Chad. Thank you, Brian. I am Brian. What a
I
great
am Brian.
sentence.
That's me.
Brian.
Yeah.
And
it's
so is
not
my wife.
It's not even the first thing that he said as well. So, because we would have seen that. So, Gus, I don't know if you know this about Gus, but he's a tyrant when it comes to we can only talk about
Tyrant.
video games.
Tyrant.
Yeah.
That's all you need to know.
He yelled at Pete when Pete wanted to talk about a TV show. It was awful,
Wow.
like abusive.
What if we changed the name of it to I'm just saying what you all been playing and watching?
There you go.
And
And
reading.
watching.
And reading.
And reading.
Yeah. And
Whatever.
installing
And
as a
listening to.
And wishing
and
and hoping.
and installing as a browser extension, because that's actually the first thing that I'm going to be talking about.
Okay.
It's a very small thing, but I recommend everyone get it because it's completely improved my gaming life. It's called Augmented Steam.
Okay.
It's for Chrome, and I'm using it on Edge. It's a browser extension. I have stopped using Steam, the app, to search the store. I only now search on the browser. So you install this plugin, and basically what it does is it shows you a bunch more stats about the game that you want to buy. The biggest thing being it shows you the current price of the game, the current place where you can buy it, the cheapest online that will give you a Steam key to buy it there, the historical low for the game, and whether or not it's ever been available as like part of bundles and this sort of thing.
What?
It shows you approximately how many people own the game and how many people are playing and all this sort of stuff. But that price thing is like, so it shows you all this extra information on the Steam page to just help you make your purchase. It doesn't show you anything more about the game. It just sort of like helps you clarify, oh, is this the best time to get this game, really? And then
It feels like stonks for video games.
kind of, you click on the price thing and it takes you to, is there any deal, like the website, to show you like, oh, if you go here, you can buy it from here cheaper and redeem the key on Steam. Anyway, it's just a small little thing, Augmented Steam, free browser plugin, but it's totally...
It's by Steam DB.
It might be. I don't know, but it feels like it has
Presumably
enough
just
information.
Pulling that
Just for
API data,
digital
yeah.
copies of the game, right?
Yes, yeah.
Battlefield is like $90, but you can buy it from like
Big W for
Big
$9.
W for $9
Yeah,
if you get a
right.
box
Wow.
copy.
God.
Yeah, I think for me the interesting thing would be active monthlies and stuff like that, because particularly when you're downloading a multiplayer shooter or I'm thinking like The Cycle or something like that, where it's like, am I jumping into a game that's just going to be full of bots? Like,
Yeah.
is PUBG going to just be full of bots when I'm playing it this month, or is it like active right now? So that's
Well,
cool.
if I go to the Cycle Frontier now, do I have it installed here? Maybe I don't have it installed on here. So now this is all. Oh no. This is useless because I've gone back. Oh no, here we go. So it's showing me current players, 3,933 3,933 people are playing now. 5,700 was today's peak. The all-time peak was
Now,
40,000.
as in this second?
As in right now when it loaded. Approximately 2 million to 5 million people own the game. Average playtime for them. Average playtime in the last
You talking
2
about the
weeks.
cycle?
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
The cycle.
I was
Yeah.
like, what game are you fucking
What
talking
game are you talking about? Yeah. So it's cool.
cool.
Anyway, just install that. It's good. And then the other thing I wanted to talk about was a book.
Book.
May I?
Let's talk about a book.
Let's talk about a book.
please.
The book is called, and I've got it right
Oh,
here.
you have it.
It's called Tomorrow and Tomorrow and Tomorrow. And this is a book about video games. It is by far the best book about video games I've ever read in my entire life. It's fiction, and it is about two friends who, Sam and Sadie, who start a video game company. And they basically they start off by making a sort of indie game that feels, it starts in the late 90s, but they make a game that feels a bit like Journey.
Okay.
And then they end up building a gaming.
Easy to write, not easy to make. Fucking made a game like Journey. Bullshit.
How good was Journey though?
I know.
Holy
In the
shit.
90s?
Oh, right. I meant tonally.
Yeah.
Okay.
You're attacking fictional people, Peter.
Yeah, but it has to be based in realism if I'm going to fall into it.
But it is what is brilliant about this is that it's actually about two friends, and it basically builds the big like the tagline in the back is this is not a romance, but it is a story about love. And it's about two friends and the relationship that they have together their whole lives as game devs. And it is a book that I feel like could only really be written now because there are
Sounds like episode 9 of Mythic Quest.
Ooh.
Oh yeah, that was fucking awesome.
yes,
I wonder if
it is exactly like that.
I wonder if they based that episode. When did this come out?
It only came out like a month ago. So yeah, it's a total rip of that. But it's a book that only could be written now because it feels like it has been written by someone who grew, like the woman who wrote it, Gabrielle Zevin, plays a lot of games, but I reckon her parents played a lot of games. And there is the feeling of games were just a part of her life, not this weird hobby that she had or something to be ashamed of or whatever. Because it is like the exact opposite of Ready Player One, where Ready Player One was just like the most like insular, gatekeepy, nerdy, referencey built thing. This is just literally about like the business of making video games and tangentially how effective they are at communicating emotion, but also how they're made by real people and the lives of those people. And it's a really beautiful book. It's quite heartbreaking in parts. It's very funny, super sweet. It's great. It's just really, really good.
Sounds great.
it comes all the way up to modern time.
Yeah, they basically start the company in 1999 and it follows the journey up until basically now.
Oh wow.
Yeah,
Okay.
and it also deals with some things in video game culture that have happened, and all the references it makes to things are references of just like, you know what this is, and we don't need to explain what this is.
cool.
It's
And
not in this like, hey, do you know that?
you know,
thing?
like
That,
in Ready Player One, every single
Ready
thing.
Player One, Big Bang Theory. Like, look at the nerd thing. We're talking about a nerd thing.
Totally.
Plug me back in, man.
Yeah, it's about game design theory more than it's about like, name checking like 10 games that I love. It's actually about like, but it uses all of that to couch it to take a story and go, well, it's basically a story about art and artists, but the art that they're making is video games. And I have just not really seen that communicated that much, except for episode 9 of Mythic Quest, which you're so right, was such a beautiful episode and so bang on and so tonally different than the rest of that show. Whereas I feel like, even though I like parts of Mythic Quest, some of that show is a bit, gamers, hey, we're all a group.
Totally.
And episode 9 was like, no, what if you just like made a good story?
I feel like maybe Halt and Catch Fire was pretty good at writing that line as well.
that was good.
Yeah,
as well.
yeah, I think so. And also just like it's such even a little bit indie game, the movie gives you an insight into what it is to kind of make something and be connected to the art and then kind of ride the journey of that the public's relationship to it. And I feel like, that episode of Mythic Quest was a really wonderful foundation of. Mythic Quest is a show about a big video game like
Ubisoft
developer. It models itself off like World of Warcraft type thing, but there's one episode in it that kind of sits outside of that current story, and it sounds like this is very much like that.
Yep.
But I find that really interesting because I can't even imagine what it must be like to not only create something and have it be popular, but then navigate growing success as you sort of deal with more money that comes in, and then more opinions and
it's
fresh ideas. And
all about that, and it's all about this relationship between the three main characters and the way that they evolve and switch places and so. And it's just it's a really messy human story, but also in basically just set in the world of like video game developing, and it's super cool. Tomorrow.
And I checked it's on Audible because I mostly consume audiobooks now, so that's great.
Yeah.
That's what I've been installing and reading.
Love that.
Yeah.
Nice.
So the games we spoke about tonight: Saints Row, Drome, Alice Madness Returns. Finished. Check it off the list.
Finished.
Cult of the Lamb, As Dusk Falls, Fashion Police Squad, Lost and Hound, the Augmented Steam plugin, and the book Tomorrow. All right, we'll be back with more Back Pocket after this short break. A. Timothy. B. Timothy. C. Timothy. D. Timothy. E. Timothy. F. Timothy. G. Timothy. Q. Timothy. I. Timothy. J. Timothy. K. Timothy. Element Timothy. Oh, Timothy. P. Timothy. Q. Timothy. R. Timothy. S. Timothy. T. Timothy. U. Timothy. V. Timothy. W. Timothy. X. Timothy. Y. Timothy. Z. Timothy. A. Timothy. What's the difference between a fire and a bonfire?
I looked it up.
It is a size thing?
I looked up what the term bonfire means. It was a question that popped up with my father and I while we travelled across the country. We thought traditionally it might have just been from the French, good fire. It is...
Oh my god.
What? That makes sense. C'est bonfire.
We've been eating wrong for so long. People go out and buy loaves of bread that are cut. Why? Go and get yourself a mini sourdough loaf, something crunchy. Doesn't need to be a sourdough, just needs to have a really nice, heavy, thick crust. You cut a small roll in half, you gut it. The bread sucks. It's all about the crust.
Oh my
You put your cheese, you put your deli meats, you put your tomato in there, salt and pepper.
Does this almost
You got
again?
yourself a little frickin' pita roll. Yeah, go and do it. It'll change your life. You're all sitting in there like being negative. Go and eat one. Go and eat
Some
a
men just want to watch
knob of
Baker's
a
Delight.
knob of the bread loaf.
Baker's Delight.
Knob of the bread loaf.
Welcome back to the show, and a big thank you to Tom Hummerthy, Kerb Blinks, A Timothy, and Socials.
Thank you.
Thank you, socials.
Thank
Thanks,
you.
Socials. You're the real hero.
Yeah.
Was Socials in there?
There was a socials.
Yeah, good. Okay, good. I didn't see the Socials one.
It was the one of Gus thinking that a bonfire was
The
a good fire.
A good fire.
That's really
Good French fire.
I don't know. I think that was a cool.
I did Google it after that, and it's like, no, it's absolutely not even a
Some-
little bit, not
some-
even kind of.
The
Sometimes Gus
etymology-
has some things that I think are the dumbest thing he's ever said, and for some reason it's just like it is true.
But
yeah,
the thing
I thought it might be.
Yeah.
Well, the thing that threw me with that was I was like, that's saying that big fires outside are better than any other fire.
Yeah.
And I was like, well, that can't be true. Like, no Frenchman is going, oh, that out of control fire.
But it could be an
Particularly
expression.
since Paris had a pretty bad one.
It could be that the French would always refer to the good fire for a certain festival, and then it became the etymology of stuff is weird.
That's true. That's true.
You'd never know. There's weird pathways to things.
Yeah. Did we ever actually find out what it meant? Did he ever?
No, we were too busy
Laughing.
throwing back food.
Yeah, okay, good. We're going to throw back food in this game
Yeah.
because it's time for a little segment we like to call.
Very good gameplay.
So we
Very
need
good gameplay.
we need like a loud noise to say for every title card.
What?
Really? You want that?
No, we don't
You
need
want
that.
that?
Well, now I feel like we need to because
But we have a thing for Rhys. Remember? We read his extreme tricks.
oh, that's right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Do you want to hear a new Rhys extreme trick?
Please. And Gus said, for fuck's sake, I'm going to bed. But
Sorry, Gus.
you got to wait and hear this trick.
Yeah, wait and hear the trick.
How it was flipped.
Okay. So we've had so far, he did a 360 front flip on a snowboard.
Yep.
He did a back flip on a knee board. And we were like, well, that's a lot of flips. We then jumped down to he's been 1 kilometer underground facing a wall worth of $300,000 worth of gold. And then we went up and said he has handled one of the strongest known acids, which has a negative 14 pH. And now we're going all the way back up to number 3, which is he's done a 360 jump on a wakeboard. And I feel like you impressed me with 360 front flip on a snowboard. At that point, I know you can do flips.
You can do a 360.
So it's like you can do flips and 360s on anything, right? Like that's like me saying like, so I ran 100 meters
How do you?
Okay.
and then I ran 100 meters again. And it's like, all right, well, I already knew you could run 100.
Yeah.
You hero.
You're the one that stressed him out by asking him to provide a list of amazing things that he's done.
I know, and he's only done one amazing thing according to this list, and that's
I can't do any of
360
those
front
things.
How do you execute that?
I know. Ask the flip.
Do you have to get air off a little wave or some wake?
a 360 jump on a wakeboard? Probably not. You just spin.
Because he's not going forwards.
He's spinning around.
Yeah.
The snowboard was the front flip.
Yeah.
This is more of a propeller action.
Yeah.
So we did establish on one of these streams that someone has done a kick flip on a wave. Which was
Yeah,
impressive.
on a surfboard.
Wow.
Yeah.
That was sick.
Crazy.
Have y'all done like
You can't do
a
that.
somersault anytime recently?
What the fuck?
No,
Well,
I
can't
have done
do
a
them anymore,
cartwheel.
so I want to live
Of course.
vicariously.
Yeah.
Excuse me, does a roly-poly count?
I feel like it does.
What's that thing
Does
called?
rolling out of bed count?
No, I can do that. If I can do it, it doesn't count.
Okay, good. Yeah.
What was that thing that people used to do? Like all the gymnast kids at school, they were like, "I'm going to
Round
do
off.
a
Round off.
Round off.
Round off.
round off." Is
Yeah.
that cartwheel into like
That's the one where
half
you
a
land
flip
on 2
when you
feet.
land on 2 feet?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's like
Yeah.
instead of keeping your body like parallel, you kind of twist it at the end
Yes.
and then do a little jump.
Yeah.
so badass,
Real fucking show offs.
so
Yeah.
cool,
Yeah. So cool though.
so cool,
Yeah.
So cool.
so cool.
You could do that.
You could do a round off.
could
There's
probably-
plenty of room there.
I mean, Scotty's here now, but I would do
You
one
could, yeah,
right now.
absolutely, yeah.
I,
would be
I
great
think-
at doing
I
that.
tried to do a cartwheel relatively recently.
I want
It
to do a
was
cartwheel.
incredibly
With your
painful.
nieces?
I didn't think I could do it.
No, I think it was just one of those things where you're like, I think I did a roly-poly and I thought that like,
Dude, do you know what's a really
that's
humbling
something that you can just do for life.
Yeah,
up into
right.
But it's like,
you don't realize. See, I had
do with your neck.
I had a horrible experience where I tried to get on a flying fox a couple of years ago. It turns out I am both heavier and have no upper body strength anymore. I was pretty
Just
drunk,
like Alice.
but I went on the
Pretty drunk.
I got like maybe a foot on the flying fox, but as a kid, you just go down the flying
Totally,
fox and
yeah.
it's
Totally.
breezy. I was like, I know what to do. You get up, you take off, you like slide. It's amazing.
My-
I got like a foot and I landed right on my back, and it was
no.
like really funny
How
for me and my friend.
How amazing is that, like, upper body realization? We did
You're just like, I can't do this anymore.
like a rope swing thing, and I watched like a bunch of my friends go in front of me, and they had kind of like pulled themselves up like this,
Yeah.
that you can get good momentum as like a pendulum, and then let go at the last minute. And then I went and do it, and I just went and dangled from the rope until my feet
I would do that
dragged along the water, and I went.
It's like how you watch in like what's the mud race thing? The Tough Mudder or
Tough
something.
Mudder, yeah,
You
yeah.
see people like go up the rope wall or something,
Yeah,
and you're
yeah.
like, yeah, that's pretty easy. And then you realize, oh no, the
so
heaviest thing I've
easy.
lifted is this. And yet, when you're a kid, like my daughter, she's nearly 3.
Yeah.
Nothing but upper body strength. Like she goes
my
on the flying
God.
fox thing and just holds on, and then it's like I let her go, and then it's like
that's because
I'm going to go get my coffee, and
You're
she's just
tiny.
dangling there like
Yeah.
4 feet above the ground, just holding on,
Yeah.
just waiting for me to come back.
That's because her body doesn't weigh anything yet.
Exactly.
But like part of it is that because obviously there are adult gyms, but they're not
Yeah.
fun. They're fucking
they're
awful.
not.
terrible.
Why don't we have
See
like
the Rock
it was
during
just
the
fun,
fucking
it's really fun.
Oh my
Keely?
God, fuck off.
Key 3?
The Rock?
That's
You
his
need to
life.
Stop.
That is his life.
You need to stop. Someone stop The Rock. Will, please stop The Rock.
Well, what are you going to do about him?
Gotta do it.
He's off. He's gone.
and when we come back to him at the end of the show, he will have stopped.
He
the
will
Rock.
stop The Rock.
Yeah.
But the fact that you can't like go on kids play equipment anymore. There's no adult sized
sad.
kids play equipment that's colorful
Oh.
and there's monkey bars and there's a slippy dip. That's how you'd keep your
Yeah.
You need to
like,
become
upper body
you need to
strength.
become an
Because-
Australian gladiator, mate.
When I was like
It becomes not cool.
I think I was like 19 or something, and I was like, I refuse to believe that I'm too old to go
Yes.
on kids play equipment. So I got up and I walked across the rickety bridge thing.
Yeah.
I went down a slide.
Start small.
Saw the flying fox. Mm-hmm. You know, there's like a little metal platform, and then there's
Yeah.
a straight line flying
That's what
fox,
I had.
and then there's another little metal platform at the other side. And you're
Doesn't
like,
look that
cool,
hard.
Awesome, easy.
Doable.
I did it. I held on the whole time.
Oh, okay.
However, I ran at it, and I was like, I'm going to do it like teenage boy style, hardcore.
yeah.
And I jumped at it with force, and I was
Yeah.
flying across, and the momentum, my legs went thung into the metal on the far end, proving that I was too big for it. But also, I thought I had shattered my shit.
my
I
God.
couldn't walk for like 8
Oh my
minutes.
God.
Didn't you see it coming?
I just was trying to feel it, not look at it.
But that's because that's what we used to be able to do.
Yeah.
Because we were like
You would
2
just go as
feet
hard as you
shorter.
could.
so funny. We've all been on flying foxes relatively recently because I went on one about a year ago, but it was the one where you sit on it
Oh.
Oh yeah,
and it's got the
That's
bounce.
easier.
No,
I love those
but no,
Oh, no?
it's okay. It has the bouncy.
it's okay.
thing.
He gets hurt at the
It's
end.
okay.
don't worry, I'll
I
get
end up
hurt.
both hurt and humiliated.
Oh, good. Me too. Nice.
And
go.
it's the ones where like they're on a huge rope.
Yeah.
And at the end, there's like there's a stopper that's like 4 meters before the end.
Oh,
before the
yeah,
pole, right?
yeah.
So I do the thing. I run. I jump on. Sort of wrap around.
Mm-hmm.
Crush my testes.
Yeah.
Flying down this thing, and I'm like, "Oh, this is great!" And then just before I reach the end, I'm like, "Oh, I weigh like 60 more kilos
Yeah.
than I did when I was a kid."
Yeah.
So I'm going Russell Crowe, beautiful mind,
Maths faster.
faster than I was as a kid. And I hit the stopper, and the whole flying fox just goes, vroom, and I just,
Did you do a 360 front flip?
I did a,
Oh, this was your moment to outdo Reese.
well, has Reese ever done a 90 swing and a flop? Where it's just swing up and fall off the flying fox.
God.
Awesome.
Because it was a genuine like, oh fuck, I'm going so
too fast. So
That's
you hit
so good.
the rope, hit the
Stop
end,
that, and then
hit the
kept
stopper,
going.
and then you just went straight
I
up.
the pendulum, just swung
That's
up about 90 degrees and then just like lost my grip and just fell on my back.
That's
and then
great.
and then just got hurt myself and then had my son just laugh at me.
Sounds very funny.
I mean,
for
yeah,
your
yeah,
son's
hysterical.
defense.
Modern gym is now just being too lazy to do 2 trips from the car with heavy bags. So you try to do them all in one go, and then
Yes.
you're like all the way to the front door, and then your like fingers are like
That's so
about
true.
to snap off from your hands. But you're
That's
like,
so
I
true.
refuse to do 2 trips.
That's so true. That's so true. Yeah.
Yep.
Oh god, getting old sucks.
That was very good gameplay.
Being a millennial.
That's good because I did miss something.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What'd you miss?
Well,
Oh, of course, yeah.
if if I was living the life of my dreams,
Yeah.
I would be really good at the Flying Fox. And maybe I could build a game about being good at the Flying Fox on a PC from Dream PCs.
Delivered via Flying Fox.
If you dream about it, we'll put it on a Flying Fox and send it at you at speeds heretofore unknown of.
Gosh.
Dream PC, easy to configure a PC via their website. Bespoke systems built to order. They're an authorized Australian market parts seller, and they'll give you live updates via their build tracker about how they're doing strapping that thing onto the Flying Fox.
Nice one.
And if you need a PC and you buy it through Dream PC, you'll be supporting a Pocketeer.
That's true.
Yeah.
Lovely.
That's the most true thing you've said in this ad plug ever. So thank you for that. You'll be supporting a Pocketeer, and you'll be supporting the construction of Australia's longest Flying Fox to get it delivered to.
I find the exciting thing about buying PCs in the era that we live in is that there's never a good time or bad time to be buying a PC.
Oh, 100%.
It's always the best time and worst time.
So true.
It's like it's a bit cheaper at the moment, but there's a new one around the corner. Technology's so hard to keep up with.
Whatever
It's like
you want to do.
phones.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah.
This is both the most powerful and about to be the most redundant
Yeah.
thing. So what we're saying is there's no time like the present to just go out and buy
Be
it.
a PC gamer. It's great. Who needs consoles? Oh, they're good for 10 years. Nah, be a PC gamer.
Yeah.
Stress all the time. It's great. I love being a PC
18-month
gamer.
upgrade cycle. All right.
No, stay on top of it. Never not be worried.
Is it
Be a
melting?
PC gamer.
Is it melting?
The
Greatest
the
platform.
troubleshooting alone.
Yes.
And yet,
Yeah.
I have
Just
not touched my consoles.
Windows 11 though.
I installed it day one, have never had an issue.
Oh my god.
Day one.
Have you ever hit the Windows key?
The only thing he doesn't like is
The search is
is that
fucked.
it's moved some of the menus around.
I never use the search. I never search for anything.
What the
Everything
fuck
is on
are
the
you
dock.
doing?
What am I doing on my computer that I need to search for? I put all the applications that I
Everything.
need in the dock, and then that's it. It's all down there. It's all down the
You
taskbar.
Macintoshed
He's
it.
becoming
like
an
a
old
hero.
man who
Like you
refuses to change with the
Becoming,
times.
Steph. Pete was born 60. He came out, listened to Dire Straits on a fucking Discman. Okay, good. Dream PC. Buy the PC of your dreams. Head to go.dreampc.com.au/backpocket for more information about that Flying Fox. Better be in there, Dream PC. I know you're in chat. All right. Now it's time for a segment we like to call Steph, Make It Loud.
Yeah.
Killed it.
How was it hard? The words are on the screen.
Your
for you.
idea.
It's so good. Well, I'm not supposed to just say the words. I'm just making a loud noise. That's what we agreed. Because you say the words. That's your job.
Very good gameplay.
Yeah.
Brought to you by Rhys. And the game we're playing today is Kirby's Dream Buffet.
Yay. A
Very
dream
fat.
buffet.
Fat.
Poor Gus, again.
Does he really want to play this
from my
game?
party?
I mean,
He
he
just loves Nintendo for some reason.
Oh.
loves Nintendo.
For some reason.
Yeah.
Lots of people love Nintendo. It's a pretty
For what
popular
reason?
publisher.
For what reason?
Look at us all with our Switches.
Nostalgia.
Switchies.
So we're playing this on the 4-player local co-op mode.
Yeah.
Yes.
I'm there.
What's it called again?
Kirby's Dream Buffet.
Jess, you
Oh,
can make
that
yourself
could have been a
different
heaps
colour.
good Dream
Oh.
PC tie-in, but we fucked up.
Oh, it would have been so good.
Yeah,
oh my
we
god.
There's a little
God
there's a
damn it.
little store you go into.
Can't play this on
Oh,
PC,
okay,
though.
okay. I can
So
do
it must
that.
be a good game.
So yeah.
We'll find out, though. Maybe
Where's
it's
the
awesome.
little store? I gotta be a different color.
It's in like the hub world.
Oh my gosh, I
What are
have
we
to
doing?
fix this. Hold on, I gotta be a different color.
She's
I have
changing
to be a
colours.
different color.
Why? Kirby's
Because
pink.
of
because I
because
told
of
her to,
because
and because it'll be easier to
do-
recognize.
Can I be a different color?
just want
Yes.
to make
Yeah.
Seb
Go into the
happy.
hub world.
I'm not going to leave.
No, because then you'll be the same color.
I'll go in the hub
All
world.
go
'cause
sideways.
You'll disband the party.
I'm
Pete.
gonna be yellow.
I'm
going into the
green.
hub world.
Are we? God damn it. All right.
No, you
I'm
can
yellow
say that
now.
color, Pete. It's okay.
You can
I'm
say the
changing.
color. I'm
It's
just
like,
changed.
It takes like 2 seconds. Just go to the cupcakes.
Go to the cupcake.
Now we need to agree. What color are you?
I'm
Green.
yellow.
You're yellow. Okay. Well, can I just be pink?
Yeah.
Yeah, great.
And you're wearing a little hat.
And I'm wearing a little cream
Hold
puff
on.
hat.
And now I got to go back to the
Peter can
costume
be blue.
house
What
just
color are
in
you?
case. I'm yellow.
Okay.
Still.
Peter.
I've never said I'm yellow so many times.
No, I'm green.
Well, what the fuck color is
You can
left?
be blue.
I worry
Are you
we
pink?
should have discussed this
Yes,
beforehand.
and he's wearing
I'm
a little
pink,
hat.
and I'm wearing a cute little cream puff hat.
Do you have... Oh, you unlocked shit already.
Yeah, because
Oh, you're
I've
such a
played this
gamer,
before.
mate.
Yeah,
Your
'cause
group
I'm
has been
sick of games.
disbanded.
You're such a
Sick of
gamer.
games.
You can just join mine.
Look, there's so many colors. There's pages and pages.
Yeah,
But we
and
don't-
all the
This is
ones
why
at the
people
top
like
are all
Nintendo.
little costumes that you can
Yeah,
unlock.
because we want to be
So
colorful.
while Pete's figuring out what color he's going to be, the context for this game is it is basically Fall Guys but Kirby.
I'm ready
So
for that.
we're going to do 3 races and a mini game, I think
my
is
God.
what it is.
I'm bad at mini
And what you need to do, Pete's showing us an example. is you're going to roll through the stage. You want to be eating food by just rolling over it.
Yeah.
The more you eat, the bigger you get. It's just like real life.
Mark banging.
Yes.
And the faster
Or
you go?
feeders. So, and then yes, the bigger you get, the faster you go, the more momentum you get. If you fall off the edge,
But then the more vulnerable you become to obstacles because you're
I'll
so
get a hat from that.
ginormous?
potentially,
Give me a
if
fucking
you
hat.
fall off the edge,
Don't fall off the edge.
press A multiple times, and that makes you hover, and you can get back on. But if
Right.
you're heavier, you don't get as much hover. Right?
So how do you get back on?
Like smash.
You do, but you have less time to get back on, and then it'll be like a Mario Kart restart.
Sounds very
Got
short.
it.
Okay,
and then,
no problem.
And then when you reach the end of the race, there are 3 piles of cupcakes. You want to get to the biggest one that's available and eat it all by swirling your joystick. It'll show you swirl your joystick.
Okay,
Multiple people be eating the same cupcake pile?
but there are 3 at the end.
Okay.
There's 4 of us playing.
Oh my
What's gonna
goodness, it's elimination
I'll
mode.
lose. I'll tell you now. What's gonna
I'll
happen.
loot. Okay, you ready?
Yeah.
Yep.
I've never been
I'm
more
not ready. I'm gonna do it though.
I
No one
don't. I
look at my
don't play a
screen.
lot of Nintendo, and so the
No one's
buttons
screen
feel
cheat.
all
Screen cheat.
switcheroo.
I don't
Okay,
think
so we're going to do the
screen cheat
Gourmet Grand Prix.
Yeah.
I think it's pronounced Grand Prix.
pretty sure it's Grand Prix.
Yeah, I'm sure that's what Nintendo called it.
Oh,
Donuts.
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 Should have got donut.
Oh, I love
Today's
Okay.
menu.
right.
Donuts, cupcakes, shortcake, and the main course is sheet cake.
Yum.
Yum.
Smells a sheet.
Starving. I can't believe
So you
you.
it's when you make a big a cake like.
Oh, like a
in-
really
in a
shallow,
pan.
flatty one.
Yeah, right.
Okay,
This
we ready?
frame rate is
Yeah, this frame rate is
Yeah.
cooked at the
A
moment.
joke.
I'm hoping it's just because it's
might be the network.
It's yeah.
Because
But
it's
it,
weird for everyone, right?
it's framing on
Yeah.
our side too.
There we go.
So you guys
There
can
we go.
chat.
It's just loading in. Just loading in. Look how long it is.
Look at that.
Oh, look
I
how
got a
cute we
network
are.
error.
Oh, we're so cute.
Who
Okay,
are the-
we have
oh,
to roll.
wait, they were rolling before
roll
the
where?
timer.
Go.
I got a network
Yeah,
error.
then-
I'm not in.
Oh,
Oh,
Yeah, I see you rolling,
start
Steph.
again.
I see you roll, and
No, that's not me.
oh, you've been
They
taken over
hate-
by AI.
Yeah.
Okay, hang on.
Oh, we got
No, well, let's
We gotta
start.
restart. We gotta
That's
restart.
good because I'm stressed.
How do I restart? I don't know how to
And
restart.
Drunk? Wait, are we starting again?
I don't know how.
Wait,
Start button doesn't do anything.
Everyone,
let's just leave.
everyone
then.
crashed the game.
Let's leave. I want to. We gotta.
Gonna start a new one.
Let's close the game.
Good.
Jesus Christ.
Great start, everybody.
But network error. I got one too.
Dolphin Page says Jess will be crying soon. Accurate?
I just
Not if
gonna
we
put
leave
my
your-
mic
not if we
here
leave your
so I
chat out of
don't
it.
Upset anyone.
Hmm.
It's my noise.
It's very cute, isn't it?
Yeah,
It is cute. I like the
Um,
little intro where you get all small.
Are we? Oh, okay. Back in.
Yeah. Okay. I'll go make another one.
Hi. I like the hi.
Did you see that video of the voice actor of Kirby in real life?
No.
It's like as disturbing as seeing Charles Martinet do Mario.
I was about to say, is it not just Charles
It's
Martin?
so fucked up.
Is it a creepy old man?
No, it's like just a, you know,
Person.
30-year-old woman.
Okay.
But she's like, and like there's a dude like blah, 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 and hands her the mic and she goes, hi! It's like, fucking
yeah.
calm down.
Yeah, yeah.
Calm down,
Okay.
Kirby.
She can't be expected to make those sounds with a normal straight face.
No.
No.
Very frame rate gameplay, says Kirby.
Am I going to? There it is.
I wonder if the local play is a bit
Janky.
weird. Because we could take turns as well, just playing on the big screen on the,
totally.
on the
Yeah.
online mode.
Against the AI people. Or online.
Yeah, I want to get me some hats, team.
Because
Same
I
shit.
finished one race.
Yeah.
And I instantly unlocked my little cream pie hat.
You shouldn't say that on the internet.
Not.
Little cream puff
That's
hat.
not right.
Yeah,
Little
yeah,
Shut up,
No.
Grant. Stop it. You're here to be a professional.
Inappropriate. All right.
Okay.
I'm yellow. Let's go.
Are you in now, Steph?
Yeah.
Yes. Yeah,
I want to
Eat those little strawberries.
get it.
Get them strawberries.
No, I can't do it. I'm
No.
And then
I'm stressed.
there's piles that say 5 on them. That means 5 strawberries.
4 strawberries. What about shit?
Size up. Size
Oh my
up.
God, Stephanie.
I want to size up.
You sized up?
I haven't.
Oh,
sized up.
you just knocked me off the fucking cliff. That's bullshit.
And there's power-ups, but I don't know what
we don't want to hit those things, right?
oh, it's way for thin. It's way for thin.
It's what?
It's way for thin. It's way
way
for
for thin.
thin.
This is.
Wait, why does it say R?
This looks
that's
so
my
that's
yummy.
I've got a power.
I fell.
It's probably
I've
speed.
fallen.
Sorry,
I can't.
You can hit A. You can
I
spam
can't
A.
believe it.
Do I eat the mushroom? Or are they baddies?
Who size up?
Oh my God.
Oh, get up, Kirby.
Oh,
you
my
little
fat body
idiot.
can't float. My fat body can't float.
Come on, Kirby, get the shit together.
Come on. Get the shit together.
Please.
Oh, that's
Oh,
slow
it's
down.
fine. The frame is-
Oh, slow
I have.
down.
that's a spice.
I'm running at
Need
1
to-
frame.
Oh, God.
I have one frame.
We are less than 1 FPS.
No, I'm burning because I ate a chili and I lost all my strawberries.
Are you still playing?
I feel like I'm in
No.
slow
Do you know
mode.
what's so impressive? That it's pausing for everyone?
I'm paused.
I don't understand how games work. I clearly didn't read my book close enough, but
Oh no, I got a network error.
All right.
okay. Continue on without Steph.
Anyway,
Steph, commentate the game.
Let's just assume that I would have won in
Yeah,
spite
you
of
will.
I think
chili
that's
palava.
fair.
Oh, I've got a little tornado.
Oh, come on,
Very-
little
Oh,
round piece of shit. Come on.
Size up.
What does this
Nice.
mean? I never sized up. Should I have sized up?
You never sized up?
I don't think I ate
How
enough
did I win?
strawberries. I
Because
didn't.
the AI took over.
I wasn't that hungry, I guess. I
said you were gonna
haven't,
win.
I haven't done very well at all.
Okay, I don't know what this mini game is,
What's
but it
R?
still just involves eating.
Oh, wait.
Are we now
I'm
fighting each other?
confused.
Okay, so you're jumping into the different cups that will have strawberries.
How do I jump?
This is the crow's nest egg.
Hey.
What's that game called? Where you're
Crow's-
taking the eggs from each other's nests and putting them in your own nest.
I can't jump in the hole.
Don't know.
Based on the real life bird that steals eggs from other birds or puts their egg in a different bird's
Oh,
nest
yeah, to make
so that
it-
they'll
yeah,
raise
yeah,
it
yeah,
so
yeah,
they don't
yeah,
have
Yeah,
to do the work.
Colbird?
Which
Do Colbirds do that? Or they
sounds
just
like a
go-
very clever approach to parenting in my opinion.
Why not how am I supposed to go faster?
Well, you go faster, the bigger you are, the
I'm
faster
not
you
getting
go.
bigger. I'm just saying little. I'm just a little guy.
You gotta eat
How
more
many-
strawberries.
how
I'm
many-
not that.
How many berries you munched?
Remember how life works, Steph.
Oh,
You
go
only
away,
Steph.
churros.
Jess, you only put on weight when you eat.
I'm not that hungry right now.
Yeah.
I'm just a little guy.
Not charge your controllers.
I
This game fucking sucks.
Oh,
My God, did it? What happened?
what happened?
You get booted out.
I get disconnected.
Excellent.
I'm
work.
gonna do a. I'll do an online game.
And yet the irony is, Jess and I are still competing, and I'm taking it really personally now.
Well, I'm just.
Bash through that gingerbread wall, Richardson.
Oh, I gotta break it so hard. There's Steph.
Look at me, hot on your
You go.
tails.
Oh my God,
What happens with the chili?
Damn it, I'm a menace.
What
you are a pain. You are really
Are
good.
you
at
AI still?
this. Yeah.
I wish I was AI. I'm not.
Me too, Jess, me too.
I just think maybe
AI
life would
IRL?
be
Just
easier.
life would be so much easier.
Yeah, I kind of feel like that.
AI like an NPC or AI like just
I just don't want to do it on my own. I just think it's too much responsibility.
it?
Just live.
Use your power up.
Did a spun.
I don't
Or are
think
you
that-
talking to Pete? Are you commentating my game, the game that no one else can
I'm
see?
so
Yeah.
little.
You're my
God,
favorite.
everything
Just
looks
a-
I got
so
jelly.
delicious
Hi.
though. Are those little like
Oh, look at the
the hell did jelly
berries.
do?
what do you call those cylindrical things that
know,
you put in
really.
ice cream that have chocolate on the inside?
Like a wafer.
A wafer.
I'm.
I think I should have.
Eyes up.
It's called like a Coca-Cola
Take him.
or something.
Oh, you took him. Jess, stay away.
I want to eat the bear. I'm only small.
I love the way it eats. It like
Spins around.
spins around.
Gobbles
the
them all
cupcakes.
up.
I win again.
You are still winning.
Wow.
Okay, how do I crash?
Oh,
I like
this
to
is gonna
see
be
the AI
super
based
speed.
its skill level off
my
my
goddamn one.
Oh, I have to move.
previous performance.
Okay.
You guys are huge. I'm.
Yeah.
This game's actually fucking awesome.
Oh,
Yeah, it's good when it works, isn't it?
you guys are so big.
I reckon that.
Oh, size
give it a
up!
5.
I got my
Did
first
you size up, Jess?
I got my
Nice.
first.
So
I
exciting.
love the
Am I
design.
really shit at
It's
video
like Little
games?
Big
Is that
Planet.
what's
There's
happening?
an awesome cupcake level in Little Big
thought it
Planet
was
that I always
good.
thought was amazing.
It also has in these mini games you can get knocked off, like Smash Brothers.
I don't understand.
You finished Alice Madness Returns.
Finished Alice.
You beat that bullshit boss.
Get up there, you stupid little chunky Kirby.
Fuck yeah! Give me a hat. Give me a hat, you dick.
Chunky. Can't do it. Oh, you got so many. You're right under them.
So
Pete.
heavy. You got a character.
Pete's not
trait,
playing.
Kirby.
Pete's AI now.
Oh, well, that's
It's just you and me.
stupid.
Oh my
I can't fight a robot. That's
else
I can't
unreasonable.
fight a robot.
Technology is better.
You're an AI.
Strawberry-loving robot.
I want to go back to the home table.
Maybe if
Wait,
someone else.
what are we
hosts it,
doing? No one's
that makes-
watching us.
No
right?
one's playing it. No
Why?
one's playing anything.
Why are we playing?
I got a character trait, guys. I'm gonna view my collection of character traits. It's Kirby on a fucking biscuit.
Here we go.
Aww, Kirby
Oh,
on a
that's cute.
biscuit.
Is it?
I'm too small.
256 to collect. Holy shit!
Dang, this is gonna take
Oh my
forever.
God.
I'm gonna be here all night.
All right,
Winner
one more
is
run.
of the game that most people left.
I'm too small. Did you win?
Pete,
Pete won.
285.
See, the robots beat us. I told you they would.
Smashed by the robots. Significant.
And that's humanity for you.
That's
What
true.
will happen?
Yeah, it's a warning.
If someone else hosts it, will that make a difference or no? Is it
I
just,
probably not. What if I might try
Yeah, you
online mode though?
yeah, go
I'm
for
gonna
it.
have to.
Because we can all connect to that.
Oh, okay.
Oh, but do we need friend codes?
Password
I'm
match.
gonna need to.
Oh, fancy.
No one look.
No one look.
I'm gonna need to subscribe to Nintendo
Oh my
Switch
God,
Online.
look at
Oh, I
that.
don't,
might
I
need
don't think
to.
I have
the
that.
character
fine.
tweet.
That's
treat.
super cute.
Look how
Oh,
adorable
it's
that
so
is.
cute.
Will, give him a close up.
I got a new color. Heck yeah.
Look at this. You can't see that.
You can't see.
Hang on. Yeah, this isn't even worth it. This isn't worth the time that it's going to go into lowering the brightness to show you how adorable I am. Look at that. Yeah, see?
Yeah, can't fucking see shit.
Nintendo Switch Online's paid
Uh,
service designed
online
to enhance
game.
your gaming experience.
Poop is the password.
Boop
for the
is the
online
password.
Nice one.
And if anyone else at home is playing and owns this game, what is wrong with you? But also, you're welcome to try and beat other people in it.
I will say,
Yes, please.
my
do.
kids are going to love this.
Yeah?
Because they really want to play Fall Guys, but Fall Guys is so fucking hard. It's for a kid.
I feel like this
It is actually hard for a kid.
Fall Guys is so
Yeah.
I'm
hard.
really bad at Fall Guys.
Whereas
Yeah, I guess
this
this is
is actually achievable. And
I guess because you don't ever fail falling off, you can just fly back on.
Yeah,
Oh, that's
totally.
Nice.
And they
Yeah.
love Kirby.
Actually,
They love
that is the
Pink.
big problem with Fall Guys is like, oh, especially if you're playing with friends, it's like you're out. Just sit there, I guess. Like,
Yeah, totally.
Trying to play it like on Twitch, it's like if I can't play anymore because I got knocked out, I guess we just wait.
There he is.
It's me.
Look, the presentation is cute. I'll give it that. I like rolling around everywhere. It's like the idea that
I love the world design. It makes me hungry at every
Yeah,
turn.
I
Yeah.
think it's actually really good.
you're on a massive table.
Free trial.
There's like balloons in them.
I know, I'm trying to get that too.
Oh, but it wants my credit card.
God, what is my
Sneaky
password?
bastard.
Great question.
This is gaming in 2022.
It made me watch a tutorial on how to use the Nintendo eShop.
Wow.
No, it wants me to end it. No, it's fine. I can. It wants me to put my credit card details in individually, number by number.
Why aren't you all on a family phone? Yeah, I don't know.
Relating to
Oh yeah, we should be.
I just don't really play Nintendo games that much.
Yeah. What's there to play online?
Yeah.
Just Splatoon.
Splatoon, and it's not
Yeah.
even out yet for another month.
Yeah.
free trial.
Why do I have it?
Pokemon, we'll need it for Arceus.
Pokemon Unite is what I had it for.
We'll need it for no.
I had Nintendo Online briefly when
Violet.
during
Violet
Animal
Scarlet.
Crossing times, and then I canceled
it just
it after
started.
I stopped playing that.
You guys can join the next one.
Okay.
Once you've
Just
given
give me a controller that's not plugged in.
once
at
you give
this point.
Nintendo
It's
your
fine.
money.
Don't worry, Jess. You're totally playing. Thanks for inviting me.
Thanks for inviting me.
Oh,
This is
Gil.
costing me money.
Yeah, this is not
I'm worse off for being here.
Yeah, good one.
We'll quit as soon as you guys are ready.
Yeah.
Okay.
Pete and I are just getting our practice on.
Yeah. I want to get more hats. I haven't got a hat yet, actually.
I have a whipped cream hat.
That's not what it's called.
Sorry. What is it? Poop?
Yeah. Oh, fucking touch that.
Just remember,
P-O-O-P.
You dick.
Size up.
Can't imagine I'm the target streaming audience for this.
Wow, you sound so stoked.
Yeah, you love
What are you
it.
talking about?
Even if I was having a great time,
Never heard such a
grab the fucking berries, you
Are you
dick.
in this? Am I alone?
Are you alone?
Oh, it's the churros that you're on. That's
Yeah.
so cool.
yeah, the design is
Glad
super
you
cute.
appreciate
I
this.
think I'm with you.
Because I was actually like, oh,
I'm highly food motivated.
Are blueberries?
that is true.
See you later, idiots.
Okay, my account has been linked. So now,
Give me the 5. Oh, I missed it. And I got tornadoed. Bye, Scotty.
You're so warm and nice.
I know,
Can't
she
leave.
was warm.
Oh, look at the little feet.
She always leaves them to stretch.
Oh, give me that big berry.
I went through the goober.
Is it a capital P?
No.
No.
Oh. I think I joined someone else's
that
Oh, no.
changes. I'm in someone else's poo game.
I think I was. I don't know. Maybe not. Is it the Gourmet Grand Prix or free rolling?
It's a gourmet Grand Prix.
I wonder if you could join halfway through.
I gotta scan a QR code.
Yeah, see if you can. You might just take the place of an AI.
I-
Oh, yeah, look at that channel.
It just says matching.
That's good.
I'm such a
Oh, well done.
Gamer.
You got I mean, you get that 50, and that's like You get 30 more strawberries straight away
Once you're
than
on
the
that
next
50.
person. Once you're on that 50.
Yeah.
You chunk up real
Yeah,
nice.
you know you're living that. You know you're living that 50 life.
You're ready.
Defeat enemies and eat strawberries.
Shit, it gets you into that next level so fast.
What are we doing here? How do we defeat anyone?
Push him off the side, I think.
Oh, okay.
How do I? Cake.
Give me the berries. Give them to me.
All right, fucking done it.
Has anyone ever had 100 berries in this game?
Close.
Because, mate,
Probably
you're looking
never.
you're looking at a 100 berry.
I think you're the first
Kirby
one.
right
Everyone
now.
had 100 berries.
You got 69.
Yep.
Toy.
Tight.
We're fucking going again. Yeah, online is rocking it. It's just
Yeah.
the local
The
network.
local.
Did not.
That
did not
sucks.
Yeah, so weird.
Did not lie.
Oh, God. Missed every single one. Every
Bacon
single
and
one.
burger. Oh, what's this?
So you
Bundle
jump.
of grapes? Oh, I'm wheeling up. Look out. Look out. Look out. Bundled.
So you're just rolling, jumping, and executing your
Make it sound
power up?
simple.
Yeah. You were just complaining how you can't roll.
I'm
Jess.
asking a question. That's a
It's actually
question.
a super complex game.
Is it all lowercase poop?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's what I said. It needs to be known.
Oh, get.
Oh, we're in a burger land where you jump on fried eggs.
Is it the Gourmet Grand Prix?
Gourmet Grand Prix.
Yeah, I feel like we can't get in though. So I haven't been able.
Oh, because they're mid-game?
I think so.
Okay.
I'm stuck in some hellish desert
Between
landscape. Oh, I'm with you. That's nice.
Oh.
Oh, just hang out in the.
It's less hellish.
It's less hellish now.
yeah. It's just
I missed the
it's
sausage.
hanging out here.
Get on the.
I'm kind of like interacting.
Oh,
It's happening, Jess.
What's
It's happening.
balls?
We're going in, baby.
To where?
We're going in.
Just. I'm ready.
Oh, nom, 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 nom,
This
nom,
can't be a poop game though,
What do you mean?
because we're about to start a game and you're not ready.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Race to Strawberry Mountain?
Yeah. We're in different
I don't know.
games.
Oh, it's thrown us into a game together, but
Yeah.
not.
Okay.
Oh, maybe you can be in like
Oh yeah, we've got a bunch of
multiple
other people.
parties can play.
I'm 2 meters away from the console. And as soon as the controller disconnects, it kicks you out of the game.
Did you just get disconnected?
Yeah.
Oh no.
It says your controller disconnected, returning you to the home table.
Oh my god.
That means
Wait,
I'm going to be thoroughly spanked now by the AI.
God damn.
should we party up?
God. Yeah.
We're racing to Space Mountain or whatever.
You guys do your thing.
Is everyone playing a different game?
How do you size up?
Somehow
Is
we are.
that how it normally goes on this show?
Oh shit, the blueberry.
You just sit here playing your switches independently?
Well, let's go back to the menu so we can all play together.
Okay, yeah, let's do
My
that.
jump is boing.
Right after I smack.
I know, right? It's like, yeah, let's do that, but it's hard to stop playing.
How the fuck do you break through the
I don't
gingerbread?
know.
Jesus
You
Christ.
Got to keep banging. You just got to like it's right like
Gotta keep banging.
like real
Just
gingerbread.
gotta keep
Yeah.
banging.
Keep back.
Oh, those 5 strawberries.
Oh, good
Drill
job.
do. What's drill do?
What is
Oh, give me that one. Give me that one. Oh, you.
Ooh.
Bad chunky monkey.
Oh my god. Stop it.
Is that matcha chocolate?
Ow. Cannon.
Oh,
How rude is that cannon?
Ponko Bishop, this game has revolutionary gameplay. Solo multiplayer.
Just when you thought you'd seen it all.
So funny.
Oh my
Okay,
god,
so
it would
I'm
really
done.
be great if
Oh, yeah.
I could
Well
just.
done.
What are you doing?
We're playing.
I'm on the home table,
Never
mate. I'm
playing.
just hanging out on the home table.
I got a Waddle Dee cap.
Oh, yeah?
Shit.
And I'm orange.
Oh, cool.
Oh,
I think
that's
we're
a
out now.
rare new
I
color.
still have not
exciting.
unlocked anything.
Should we get out?
Yeah.
Okay.
Let's try one more time. Let's do the online again.
How do I get out?
There's like a like sudden death mode or
I
something.
know
to
it's
play afterwards.
It's hard to not.
Okay, so I'm rolling around in the main menu. You're making a new one?
Yeah, but I'll
Yeah.
only
I
do
can
it.
get out.
I'll only do it when everyone's ready because it auto started that last time
Yeah.
after
Okay,
just
hold
a
on.
time.
How do I get out of here? How to escape?
Where was the new outfit?
I think you have to go back to Cupcake Land and equip it, Peter.
No, was it on? Is it here?
Cupcake land.
Reward
Shit,
menu?
it just keeps throwing me back into new games.
I know.
All right, back out, back out, back out.
I think I just have to close it.
Yeah, how do you go back to the main menu?
No, how?
Yeah, I don't.
A network error has
I don't know
occurred.
if you can quit. There you go.
That'll do it. Man.
I don't know if you because you can't pause.
No,
so it's like
I
I
just
don't
have
know
to
if you
keep
can
closing
quit
it.
the game.
I feel like with all Nintendo games, I end up just going back to the main menu and trying to force close the game. To
Like
get out.
the Switch main menu.
Yeah.
Totally.
It just doesn't seem like they have a good UI, an intuitive UI for any of it.
I don't know what I'm looking at here.
Reward.
Unlocks at rank. Yeah, okay.
All
Am I
right.
not rank 1? Oh no, I am, and this is exactly what I got. Okay, so it's as you level up.
So if I
And
go
I've never
into
successfully finished a game, so I've not.
if I go into online mode,
So Pete hasn't made
Password.
the party yet.
oh
Hold
okay.
up.
But he
One
will in a
sec.
second.
Okay, ready.
Password match.
Yep.
P
Yep.
O
Yep.
O
Yep.
P,
Yep.
all lowercase. Gourmet Grand P
Gourmet Grand Prix.
happening now. This has been great, guys.
Yeah.
Flawless,
This is-
I would say.
We're playing games together.
Yeah.
This is what you've always wanted.
That's what
We're playing games in the same space.
Look, this isn't the game that I would choose for us all to play together. Oh, look at you! Are you wearing a little bandana?
Yeah, I'm a little Waddle Dee.
That's fucking cute.
Waddle Dee.
Hey,
Hey,
Jess, you got the hat.
I got the hat.
Hey. Hey.
No. Hi. Hi.
Hi.
Hi.
Oh, you can talk. Yeah, right.
Oh, they're so cute.
cute.
20 seconds. Where is everyone?
Yeah,
Fucking,
see,
We're all in here.
my
Peter.
kids are
Sweating.
gonna love this.
I see. Oh no, that's Waddle Dee.
I'm sweating. Oh, you're in a different poop game?
Yeah, I think we're in a different poop game.
How?
No, we're
is that
here.
possible?
We're here together.
Well, maybe if you made a different
Steph,
password,
I see
Peter.
you. I see you, Steph.
Everyone's.
No, I see you too. It's just Peter that's.
Wait,
I'm not in your game.
How?
All right, I'm coming back.
Oh, I see three
Get
people in
here.
this game.
You've got a minute.
And I see
Where-
Jess. Oh, right. Yeah.
Coming back. Coming back.
We all got there at different times.
Yeah.
It's just Peter who's not in. The
I'm
game
just
with
so
us.
used to Steph being the one
So
that's
funny.
lost that I was like, well, clearly I'm right.
That's fair. That's fair.
I've got to play like.
My apologies.
I've got to play like this so my controllers don't disconnect.
Oh my
It was just
God.
me. I thought I made
You
it.
want to sit on the floor?
You did. How did that happen? Maybe I joined. And you.
Yeah, it's 4 people.
You're here now?
Yeah.
Okay, we
All right,
did it.
controllers don't disconnect.
Confirm.
I hope I disconnect so the AI can win for
Do
me.
we have a pro controller?
Not.
pancakes?
We didn't even have a viable fucking power source for this stupid fucking.
That's true.
What's chiffon cake? Bakers?
I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know what it
Sounds good though.
Angel food cake is that one that's mostly meringue.
Oh yeah.
Oh shit! Oh my
angel
god,
food.
I missed it.
Yeah, well, you were too busy thinking about angel food.
You
cake
can
and
actually
not-
start rolling before
meringue.
before it
Can.
gets to go.
You gotta think about
They just don't
meringue.
open the gates until.
the-
Let
oh,
us
cool!
through,
Get
you
in the jelly.
Stupid
Oh.
maple syrup.
Oh,
Oh, it's
Oh,
framing.
oh.
frame.
It's a frame time.
Oh, it's frame time.
burning.
It's frame
I
time.
got the chili again.
The is it cheese? What the fuck
Up
is
to,
this?
it's maple syrup.
It's maple syrup?
It's maple
It is-
syrup.
it's
It's
on the stack
pancake
of
land.
pancakes.
No, no. The spinning thing was just a pancake.
It's pancake. It's pancake.
I'm burning.
Yeah, it's the chili.
Oh no, I'm not burning it. Now I am.
Ow!
Now I'm yeah, now we're.
Come on, you little. Get through.
Go. So the gingerbread walls are like the equalizer.
Yeah.
The equalizer.
Because once
I
you
love
fall
that.
behind, it gets very hard to pick up anything meaningful.
That's me. That's me in life, isn't it?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, that's.
Well, that's also
real.
capitalism, you know?
Oh my god, too much.
Wow.
No, no, no. Let's not do this.
Oh, you.
I'm so far behind you guys.
Ow, I'm covered in goop.
Oh, I got burned.
Ow. I'm getting super bad.
Give me the 5. Damn it. Ooh, what's up here?
Ah, pretzel.
Oh, what's up here?
Why is there a
Reward
pretzel
my
in
hard work.
pancake land?
With a blueberry? God damn it. You.
No.
How have I been this
blueberries
disappointed about pancakes?
Oh man, the risk of trying to go for the strawberries and the jelly is,
No,
is
You
too
just
great.
Gotta, you just gotta go for 50.
Oh no!
If you get 50 points around,
you
you're
get
gonna
50 points, you just win.
Win. Yeah.
Man, I was like, no, I'm the
Stuck with
I'm
10
too much
oh
of
my
a baby.
God, no.
Oh my god,
I
I
can't.
almost left for
I've
20
lost
'cause I
every
was
single
like, is
time
there
I've
a
gone for the
30?
big one.
And then I saw, I think Jess coming towards me, and I was like, no, I gotta stick with the 20. But he's saying the other one was the 10.
Yep.
So stressful.
Oh shit, there's more.
What do we do now?
But
So this is
Smash.
like a little mini game thing
Smash.
before you get to another level. So this is a chiffon cake, I believe.
Oh, that's bad.
This is a chiffon cake.
Yeah. this is level
The
2.
3 is mine.
The 3 is mine.
Oh, this is a level.
Oh, a big one. Ow, it hit.
Oh man, I'm just
Oh.
constantly dizzy.
Love it. love to see it.
Who needs frames? They're so overrated.
Oh, just shy of 100, which we've only seen once before ever in this game.
Dang.
The rest of us are so close.
Wait, we're going. Oh my gosh, there's no.
It's a
taking
Grand Prix, Ben Dixon.
Yeah.
Taking a breather in this. And what are
You've
all
watched,
these
you've watched the
fucking-
F1. You know how it is.
No, get out of my way!
Get off, Kirby, you idiot.
What are
70
these little
laps, 2
things?
hours.
I hate
You
them.
have to move, you dumb little ball. Get on it.
No.
Oh my god, I missed every fucking strawberry.
Waste of space.
Oh,
Waste of space?
Yes.
Really?
Yes.
Kirby?
I said what I said.
The one character that can.
Hey, peanut gallery.
Whoa! I'm too fat. I'm too fat. I'm too fat. No.
Oh my gosh,
Shit.
I can't
Shit.
breathe my way back.
Shit. Get that blueberry boy.
No. What was that
blueberries
pink
left.
thing?
I don't know, but I figure more than a strawberry. They're more expensive in real life.
That's
I
true.
love blueberries.
Good for your brain, blueberries.
Are they? How about that?
What the shit?
5.
Okay, this isn't
Oh
going
my god, Peter,
well.
you are fucking ginormous.
No,
What the fuck?
chunky.
What have
How
you
are
been
so
eating?
big?
Just strawberries, really.
There's a lot of strawberries.
Oh, Peter Burns, you cocked me.
That was totally unintentional. I'm just rather rotund
so
now.
big?
I didn't get any.
Big.
Once you start winning,
Yeah.
that's it.
Yeah,
Yeah,
there's
that's so true.
there's no rubber banding. on that.
Oh, he's still huge.
You hit
Look at
me
him.
with your chonky body.
I think the. Oh, I'm out.
Oh, the stuff in the middle
Oh,
is
I
like
lost 20 balls.
this-
I lost 20 balls.
Because I hit you?
The stuff in the middle is like molasses, sticky
Molasses. Ow, ow,
I got
my chonky
revenge.
body.
Give me that. Give me that. Fucking give me those
Get out
berries.
of
Can't
Steph,
believe
get
it.
out.
Holy shit.
Size up.
No, I can come back.
Ow, the tongs. The tongs have retrieved me.
Oh,
Yeah,
my
get-
beautiful big body.
Get fucked, motherfuckers. I'm a donut spin a
Dixon.
bowl. Oh no, I'm in the tub. I'm in the tub. I'm in the tub.
I like
No,
it.
no, don't. Don't.
Oh, I just.
Oh, big bowl of strawberries. Come on. Give it to us.
No. Oh fuck.
Get your
Go away from my strawberries.
ass out of
Can
here.
you leave me to my buffet of
What is
strawberries?
happening in this?
Stop
My
knocking me off
green
the
buffet.
edge.
Can you buzz off right now? That's incredibly
That was me, I
rude.
knocked myself.
Share with your guest.
Oh, I got.
Oh my god,
Wrong side,
chaos.
man.
Oh, big
Chaos.
Kirby. Get out of my way.
Get out of my way.
What is happening?
I have big Kirby.
Delicious.
And now,
Big
The
boy
way in.
Kirby. I'm so
oh, Red Kirby!
Holy shit!
My god.
big Kirby.
Oh god.
Oh my.
Look how full
Look
he
at the
is.
face.
Oh my gosh.
Look at his little cheeks.
Look at your cheeks.
the crumbs.
And then it breaks.
Wow.
the scale.
I came second.
Fourth, and I'm so sad about it.
I lost every round before this.
Look at me.
by the
I
way.
feel like I'm not overstuffed, but I'm like
You're suitably
I'm
stuffed.
suitably round.
Yeah. I think that's nice.
There you go.
Oh my god, that's very
Kirby's Dream
funny.
Buffet.
I look so happy. You look really sad.
I'm so
you've
sad.
You've got tears coming out of
So
your eyes.
sad.
I'll take that.
I like the invisible clapping hands in the background as well. Good. Kirby's Dream Buffet. Not bad. Not bad.
It was so close though, except Jess was like miles ahead. But I think the,
I was
the
so
three of us were
behind.
all like a few berries
Yeah.
apart.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, that rubber banding does not exist.
Well, dude, I was way ahead until that last
Well, I
game.
guess maybe
So,
at the
so, so
end,
behind.
yeah, where
Yeah.
you can, because
It's
you
like-
lose so much when you get knocked off, and I got
It's-
knocked off like 5 times.
Yeah.
I got
It's every
I
Mario
got a
Party game.
few power ups in that last round
Yeah.
that just sent me from the back to the front.
Yeah.
Yep.
Awesome.
Yep.
Yeah, so it's like $20, which is not bad. Like my kids will love that, and they're totally that will be their Fall Guys. And I love the art design as well. It's not something that I'll necessarily be coming back to, but I'll definitely be playing with them.
I like the fact that when you get knocked off, the solution is to spam one button. That seems like a good thing for
Yeah.
kids to get their
Yes,
Yeah.
exactly. Yeah,
little thumbs around.
yeah,
And it's the same button they're going to be spamming to jump and stuff. So.
do
Your
everything.
hands don't move.
yeah.
Except I found it difficult to control the camera because I was
There was
like,
no camera control.
No.
Yeah.
Oh, really?
That's
Yeah.
why you found it difficult.
Push.
Oh,
You're just
I just never. I
driving.
was like, I assume it's that stick, but I'm not even going to
Sometimes
try.
you take a hard left
Yeah.
and you can't swing the camera around. So yeah, it just stays.
Yeah, right. I assumed that the camera was movable, and I just wasn't bothering.
Shall we take a short ad break and come back with our final segment of the night?
We probably
Yeah.
should.
Yeah, let's do it now.
It's game plan time. You ready? Scram! It's the fuzz, but boy do they look good in Fashion Police Squad, a Quake-like shooter for PC that serves old-fashioned justice. Stay downwind and Wave the Hunter, a beautiful-looking game about putting holes through beautiful-looking beasts. Hey, you've heard of looter shooters, but Roller Drome is a looter scooter. Do flips and empty clips in this original hybrid indie. And if murder makes you hungry, then Kirby Dream Buffet will sate your appetite with delicious party mini-games. Cursed to golf is the plight of Western businessmen and you, if you choose to brave the dungeon-like holes of cursed golf purgatory. Sci-fi adventure Metropolis sends you crashing back down to an abandoned Earth in search of a legendary lost city, Parramatta. Battle your way through the plagued streets of Thymesia, a gothic action RPG because From Software won't make Bloodborne 2. We Are OFK is a music narrative game by indie pop band OFK, which answers the age-old question, who are OFK? And this is the end of the list. Are you mad, bro? You will be in Madden NFL 23, a game about being angry on a field. And you'd be mad not to put all the games that you're going to play this week in the comments, because it's the game plan.
If you're a business that does online business online, then your online business needs Nicrotex. But don't take my word for it.
Fuck.
Meet Nicrotex.
By utilizing carbon-bonded tritonic RAM processing nodes in conjunction with cutting-edge peer-to-peer pseudo-random phased accelerated digital intermodulation, we are raising synthesized phase noise efficiencies by 300%. We decoupled semiconductor modules using open-source RX oscillating nanoharmonic quantum discriminators that bypass traditional hardwired XML circuits to allow optimal backend SSL multi-byte enable the BIOS process.
You can't prove that doesn't make sense, so upload Nicrotex to your servers today. Oh shit, he's getting in mine. Oh shit, no.
Audio Jungle.
Welcome back to the show. A big thank you to Games with Planets, ItsJepp, Nicrotex, and the game plan.
Forgive me if you've already discussed this in the show before, but I recently learned that the Audio Jungle lady is the lady who created Audio Jungle.
Oh, sick. Good on her.
Yeah. It was like her and her husband, I think, created like the whole company.
Yeah, awesome.
And so she just recorded that one day as the thing that is to be played so that there's a watermark through the sound files.
Yeah.
Because I get very enamored with people's voices when I hear them a lot.
This is Audible.
This is odd.
Yeah.
I hated when they changed that. They updated it so it's not that scratchy one from the 90s.
Yeah.
They made a new one.
I will say
the battery lady from my Logitech headset who's vanished inexplicably. I became obsessed with finding out who she was, and now I can't. She's ghosted me.
Oh, God.
And I can't, and I'll never know, and I can't get it back.
God damn it. I will say that I found it slightly underwhelming that the person that does the Audio Jungle voice works at Audio Jungle.
I thought it was going to be Vanessa Williams.
Yeah.
Oh, that would have been
Yeah.
a good twist.
Yeah.
Wouldn't that? I bet she could, though.
Yeah, she's amazing at saying Audio Jungle.
It is, but I feel like
Miss World
also
can do anything.
at least we know that she's like a cool boss woman who like made something, as opposed
Totally.
to just like some random B grade actress who like never went anywhere and also said Audio Jungle one
Yeah,
time.
Piece of shit.
Ultimately, a great ending to the story. It's just my mind leapt somewhere way more fascinating. It was like the first woman to land on the moon, and it was like, nah, it's just fucking the person that
owns
made.
the
Why would
millionaire.
the first woman to land on the moon be the Audio Jungle lady?
Would it
I
be
don't
the
fucking
twist,
know.
though?
That would be amazing, though. Wouldn't it be fascinating? Wouldn't you be like, how did that happen? How did they get her to do that?
Did they record it up there?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Is that why the clarity is so
Question.
crisp?
This is a grassroots startup company that made it big, and they never changed the thing because why would you? It's perfect.
Good on.
How about you say Pockety?
Pockety.
And we'll just
That's
put that
good.
over all the trailers and shit.
Yeah, do
And
that.
so yeah, and so in 20 years' time, someone on a fucking VR TikTok will be like, here's an interesting story. There was
Girl
this
says
little
fuck.
show that collapsed after 2.5 years, and they recorded the word Pockety and used
6
it on
months
one
to go,
thing.
baby.
Good. All right. Let's go and round out the show with a positive spin on everything. In a segment where we all talk about things that we hate. It's Pet Peeves.
Lights off!
His first night in the joint, Andy Dufresne cost me 2 packs of cigarettes. He never made a sound.
Pockety.
There's a little piece of Gus still here.
Yeah.
Those dumb fucking film titles.
I love them.
So
They're
good.
so, in my mind, so obscure, but I love that they reference pop culture in a way that only Gus can.
Yeah. They're totally old man references.
Oh, totally.
But that's great.
I would say classic.
Yeah.
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 Like, yeah, I guess. I mean, The Shawshank is a classic film for sure.
This segment sponsored by Nicrotex, aka Nick Belling. As always, read a tweet from the aforementioned Nick Belling.
Yeah.
This tweet is from August 17th, yesterday. That face when you have to use the toilet at work and the last person to use it had some sort of poo explosion that you feel obligated to clean up in case someone sees you leaving the toilet and assumed you were the one that did the big summer
Oh, I
blowout.
would never clean up someone else's explosion.
No.
I would just poo my pants. I just wouldn't go.
Nah,
and I would be like,
can't.
all right, I can't leave. I can't.
But it's also like, usually you have multiple toilet options.
Yeah, but like some public bathrooms, I've been in situations where I open up everyone,
Same.
and it's an
And I'm just
Eldritch
like, you know
horror
what?
in
I guess I don't have
every
to go.
Totally.
Yeah, totally. Yeah, you give up.
It's awful.
Yeah, if it's minor damage, I'm still not.
Yeah.
I'm still. I'll use it, but I'm
Yeah.
not cleaning it up. That's someone else.
Well, you
No.
don't want to risk your own like sanitation
Yeah,
Yeah.
Yeah,
in the process.
yeah.
exactly.
Do what I do.
If there is
Poo in the urinal.
if there is like a drop of pee on the seat, I will get some toilet
Same.
paper.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Do that.
Yeah.
That's probably the
Yeah,
extent.
that's
How many
far.
sheets? How many sheets?
A lot.
Like
If I'm
enough-
Like a
going near
proper
someone else's
scrunch.
Yeah,
pee,
to
a
make sure
lot.
that my fingers are not anywhere near it.
Yeah.
Okay, I want to ask you a question. Isn't pee sterile? So like, it's
I'm still
out of
touching.
everything there, it's probably the cleanest thing on the toilet.
Sure, but I don't think anyone wants to. When
Got a stank
like
to
I
it.
can,
though.
I
You
want
can
the
touch
stank.
your hair
Yeah.
all day, but
Yeah.
as soon as it leaves your head,
It's
like
now just a weird
it
piece
becomes
of
this weird piece of
disgusting hair.
random
Yes,
DNA
that's
that
so
no one wants to
true.
touch.
So true.
Do you know what I mean? And like, and as a blonde, I shed hair more than anyone else,
shed
so I
so
feel
much
like
hair. Yeah, I feel you.
really conscious of the fact that people are finding my hair all over them all the
Yeah,
time.
okay.
But I can't do anything about it.
Yeah.
It falls from my head that way.
Yeah.
It's so true though. Once it's removed from your body, it becomes like skin on someone's body is fine.
Yeah, a fingernail.
Coming off, not so great.
Disgusting.
Well-
Fingernails.
And everyone is saying actually pee is only sterile in the body. Once it comes out, riddled with
What
bacteria.
happens
Yeah.
that makes it all of a sudden not sterile?
I guess it's just an exciting playground for bacteria. Bit
The
warm,
exit?
bit stinky.
Oh yeah,
true, the
it's like a
warmth.
little. It's like Kirby's Dream Buffet.
Yeah.
it's a little fucking food festival in there.
Yeah, blueberries for days.
Little pea taco trucks running around.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay.
Wow.
I do love that.
No, we're still going.
No, don't stop us.
Unspoken communication when you're standing in a line and there's like all of the cubicle doors are closed except for one, and then you are like maybe second or third in line, and then you sort of step forward and the person in the front goes,
Oh yes,
and you're like,
Yeah, that's
the courtesy.
Yeah.
don't go in there.
Handshake.
Don't go in there.
Wasn't me, but don't go in there.
Yeah.
Okay, good. Pet peeves is a segment where we.
No.
Nope. Where's
I love the idea that it was them and they're standing there
They're
watching
just like,
No.
people's reaction
Oh shit!
to it.
Don't do it.
They're just still there. I did that. That was me.
Yeah.
That was me.
Lactose intolerant. Refuse to admit it.
Oh, good. Okay, great. Okay. I got to mentally move myself out of that conversation into this one. Pet peeves is where we talk about things in video games that piss us off. We take those things the game designers have put in their games, and we put those things in prison.
Yeah.
We're going to start off with. Can we start in any order?
We can start in any order.
Okay, great.
I need to bring up a phone so I remember what I'm pretending to be mad about today.
Good. Jess, would you like to start us off with?
Yeah, but I want to change mine immediately. Can I do that?
No.
No, you can't.
We made a
'Cause there's
graphic.
I knew you'd make a graphic.
How about you say it?
Can
and
I
then-
say the other one really fast at the beginning? I'm sorry, Will. I'm sorry. I come here.
He's
the
like,
second time,
it's
ruin-
fine.
I knew you'd make a graphic. Okay.
Come here on the day of our
I come here.
sons.
Okay, so here's a preview of the kind of thing we're talking about.
Yeah, cool.
Oh, okay, good. Yeah.
Play an example.
Okay, so an example, I guess, which isn't my real one,
No.
but isn't in the graphic, so it's not official.
Yeah.
But an example could be when, because I'm a huge completionist, I always want to go the wrong way and get everything done, which Gus hates when we're on Ubisoft streams. I want to get everything done. When you go the wrong way and it turns out it's the right way,
That's a
and
great
you get
one.
locked out.
Yeah,
that's
that
why I wanted
sucks.
to change it.
That's so much
Okay.
better than the one you had.
Yeah, you
I know, that's
the other one
why-
sucks so much.
I know
That-
the
no,
other one.
that is
Okay, well, everyone, just chat. Everyone, that was my real one. All right, I'll say the other one quickly. But that was the one I was thinking.
That's my worst nightmare.
It sucks, right? Life is Strange did this, and there's like little the Easter eggy things you pick up, conversations you
Yep.
can have, and
They
there
open
is
up new pathways
Yes.
to you or more options.
there's a section towards the very end in the tornado area, and if you push past a certain amount of debris into like this house, it's like, oh, that fell down behind you. You can't go back there and deal with like what is basically a side quest behind you.
Yeah,
Totally.
yeah,
And
yeah.
it's locked out, and it's like, no,
And you're
I
like,
want to go back.
that could be nothing.
The game's like, nah.
The story isn't pushing me towards this thing. This is something that you want me to explore.
Yeah.
But it's like, no, Tricky, this is
Yeah.
main path. And you're
Yeah.
like, no.
And it sucks because it's not like you should be punished for not exploring enough
Yes.
because you're just choosing one of many available options.
Yeah.
That's why when games are like, hey, just so you know, once you go past this point, you can't go back again. Are you
Yep.
sure
Great,
there isn't
tell
more
me.
you want to do
Yeah.
in the world? And you're like,
Yeah.
yes, there is
having,
more I
having
wanna do
put
in
in
the
the
world.
guesswork
Game.
of what is the wrong direction and making. I did this in Alice.
You also
constantly.
think you're outsmarting the game.
Yeah.
And then you feel double stupid.
And you have to figure out, okay, well, what's the yellow brick path and what's the off to the side, and then you get it wrong, and then it's like, oh, you're in the next chapter, so I don't want to be in the next chapter. Anyway, that's a dumb example that I didn't choose.
and at this
obviously.
point, a cool graphic would come in with that as
would
the
be
thing.
sick if that would happen.
Jail
so
noises.
cool.
Yeah.
So what's the first one of yours
All
that
right.
you did?
The first one I actually put was scripted fail states. So I'm thinking like Uncharted, Tomb Raider, you're like falling down a waterfall and it's like you get caught out and it's just like, oh no, you're supposed to fall at that point.
Mm-hmm.
But if you fail earlier than the point you're supposed to fail, it's like, no. Keep going till the point we've decided you're going to fall down.
Okay.
Or Kai Leng battle in Mass Effect, which is the flip side. You're absolutely killing it, and the game's like, nah, he beat you.
lost.
And it's like,
That
no,
was
he
bad
didn't.
shit.
I was absolutely decimating him.
Yeah.
And the game's like, nah, you didn't though.
The worst.
This is happening to me a lot at the moment because I'm playing
Roller
Xenoblade Chronicles 3.
Right.
And
yeah.
there are lots of fights in there where it is fight, absolutely killing. And then it does the thing that I hate so much, which is like I end the fight and it's like I have literally knocked the boss
Yes.
down and delivered a killing blow. And then the cutscene is the boss standing up whipping a hand
Like,
and I
no.
fly through the sky.
No,
And
no.
I'm like, what? I was teabagging that motherfucker.
Yes.
Yeah. Hate
Pulls
that.
you out of the moment.
Good. Scripted fail states.
Scripted fail states.
Will, lock them up. That's my
Hate
gavel.
And also
Hate
the
them.
completionist
Hate them.
thing.
And also the completion.
Separately.
Yeah, separately. It's
Peter,
a completely different
Peter,
thing.
what do you hate?
I hate
Trying to remember.
when pre-rendered cutscenes don't reflect the gameplay realities.
Yeah.
So annoying.
Do you mean graphically?
I mean, in the not necessarily graphically. I think that's okay. I think we're beyond the era of a pre-rendered cutscene representing something that is so far outside the bounds of what the game is doing. So, like the most minor version of it is, and this is more like a nice little bit of added flavor, is that in engine cutscenes you carry through your equipment, like a Destiny cutscene.
Oh, gotcha.
You know, you've got the gun that you were carrying in the mission, and you're holding that.
And that's cool. 'Cause
Classic
like, hey, it's
Halo
me.
thing of
Yeah,
going
yeah.
like, oh, that's awesome. I was just doing that, and it would be weird if I was holding some other gun now.
Mm.
So I love that, and so when things don't do that, it feels like a bit of a disappointment. But also, I'm talking about like when a character does a flip or something.
Yeah.
And it's like, I can't do a flip. You just showed me.
yeah.
This lead character come in and do.
My
a flip
character
and
can't
jump
even
off all
jump.
the shit.
Yeah.
Totally. Yeah.
It's infuriating.
That's fair.
I find that happens a lot in Fortnite. There's a lot of things in Fortnite cutscenes.
Sure.
Don't you reckon, Will? Where there's lots of like epic team up moment stuff where you go like, this
yeah.
doesn't feel.
Yeah.
I can't do those powers.
When all the characters come
Yeah.
together and one launches them off the other one's shoulder
Yeah.
and
Yeah.
stuff, and you're like,
Yeah.
God damn it.
100%.
Where was that before when I was getting,
Yeah.
Yeah.
you know, teamed by
I
those
feel
other-
like it used to be I used to understand the value of it because games couldn't render
another question
things
about a
realistically.
bullet,
So in the same way that 80s game box art is like this, like imagine this, and then it's like a DOS pixel game.
Yeah.
Like that was fine then, but we're past that now.
That's fair.
Don't lie to me about what my character is.
Yeah, I think that's
It sucks. And yeah, you do that special joy of seeing that you've made choices and you've equipped items throughout the game and then you see them on your character. That's for sure
Yes.
a huge moment.
You earned
To the
that.
point where like I just suddenly realized that there's a new Destiny thing coming soon. There's gonna be a cutscene and I have to make sure I'm wearing the right outfit for it.
Yeah.
So when I take the screenshots, I'm looking fly.
fair.
Because I've made that mistake before and I'm like, God damn it, what was I thinking with that shader?
Yep.
Misleading cutscenes, 10 years hard time until we figured out how to make everything in engine.
Rough Puff says, I love this segment.
Also,
What happened in chat?
we were both looking at the same thing. What was that psycho doing?
Dichotic has a cat that's often on the keyboard. So I'm 99% sure that's what happened. And
That's
a
so
few people in
funny.
chat seem to point that out.
That's so funny.
Yeah.
Because I looked at Chad and I was like, oh, they're putting lots of like asterisks in there or plus symbols.
Right.
And I looked up at your talking and I look over at Jess and Jess looks at you and looks at Chad. She goes, and then looks back at Pete and then looks back again and is like, I brought them here. Okay, good. Steph.
Yes. Okay. So I have, it's rare to encounter it now, but I still do somehow. But I find it infuriating when like tutorial on-screen prompts stay on screen until you have completed the thing that they're asking you to do.
Yep.
Like I understand it at the very start of a game where the game is like, I just want to make sure that you are not like completely incompetent and that you can dodge and block and whatever. And I'm going to make you perform that action before I let you move on.
Mm-hmm.
But like there are some games where it's like later on in the game, they introduce new mechanics. And instead of just being like, here's how you do it, live your life, it's like, do it now.
Live your life.
And I'm like, sure, I'll do it in a sec. And they're like, do it now. And then it's like, I've moved on with the game and the prompt is still up there. And I'm like, I refuse.
Yeah.
And it's just like still hanging around.
It would not be in character for me to jump right now.
Yeah. And
It's
role play.
super
Yeah.
annoying.
Yeah.
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 In fact, Destiny has a really bad one where it introduces new systems and it will like stay on the bottom of your screen, blocking out all of this
Oh my
information
God.
as you're moving between worlds because it's like, hey, go to the Enclave and craft a new weapon.
So bad.
Like, fuck off. Like, and it's totally fine. Like, if you forget how to do it, there should be a thing in the menu that is like, hey, play the tutorial on how to craft a weapon or whatever.
Yep.
But don't leave it on screen forever while I'm in the middle of an activity.
When they lock you into the menu navigation ones too, and it's like they'll block out everything else on the screen. It's like, no, we're taking you to the crafting menu. Craft this specific thing. Learn this specific thing. It's like, I'm good. I'll figure it out. in my
Especially when
own
I've
time.
rebound
understand
everything.
the
So it's
word
like,
crafting.
hit T to open up your whatever. And I'm like, no, it's not even tea. I don't even go away.
Yeah. No, that's infuriating.
Hard agree.
Will, hard agree. Lock them up. Overbearing on-screen tutorials? Oh, you're going to be...
Getting teamed.
Jesus Christ.
Bummer.
Okay, so guys, Steph just learned a new word. And she said it before. I said, wow. And then she whispered to me, is that a porn thing? I said, yes. And she laughed to herself. And then she leant back over and said, I have another porn term I want to ask you about later.
Was that it?
No, that was
Oh,
Teams.
okay.
No, that was team.
Maybe
I was
use
just
the other
I was just using it in another sentence,
Yeah.
saying that it could have multiple applications.
Good. Classic
Could it
Ben
not?
Dixon. All right. The first thing I'm locking up, something that's happening in a game that I'm playing at the moment. Subtitles that appear ahead of the dialogue.
Oh, yeah.
So the characters are talking in a cutscene, and the subtitles are genuinely like a sentence or two ahead of the
That's
character
wild.
talking.
Is that Xenoblade?
No. Can't talk about what game it is.
It's Roller Drome.
No, I can talk about Roller Drome. I'll talk about it next week.
Yeah, okay.
But it's popping, and I'm like, it's spoiling itself. It's live spoiling itself for me.
It's like there's a couple, because I watch pretty much 100% of television now with captions on, just because I
same.
miss so much of it, and I'm usually doing other things at the same time. So I'm like, for me, I've gotten so used to having the captions on that, and I don't want to have, and often they're just mixed, especially stuff on streaming sites are mixed so poorly
Yeah.
that the action scenes are
Oh,
so
totally.
fucking loud.
So
and then the
true.
dialogue is really quiet. So then I end up just being like having to turn it up and down all the
Yeah.
time. So I end up just having it at a normal volume, and I have subtitles on so that I know what's happening. But like often, like classic example is when we were watching Bo Burnham's Inside. And there's a gag where he's like, he cuts off mid-sentence, and that's kind of
Yeah.
the joke. But you see the
You know
word
it's
written
coming.
with the line, and I was like, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And then there's other things where it'll tell you like the name of a character before that character's name
Yeah.
is, or who they are has been revealed, and you're like, very annoying.
Yeah.
But that stuff kind of feels like unavoidable.
There's
and
no,
that's-
unless it's live, like a fucking karaoke song appearing
yeah.
perfectly in sync. But
They could do better with not revealing characters. You could be like, man,
Yeah.
until that character name comes up.
Yeah, I think good subtitles do that.
some of them do. It's just
Yeah.
it's the quality of the ones.
Sometimes you get like, you clearly have a captioner who's just fucking so into it.
Yeah. That's so true.
So good. The latest series of Stranger Things is great.
Yeah.
That person had a fucking ball.
Oh,
The way they described
yes.
every sound was like,
Describing sound effects is my favorite thing in the
Yeah,
subtitles.
that's so good.
Tentacles
it was
writing.
dire synth.
Yeah.
My favorite. Dire synth.
yeah.
'Cause I wouldn't have thought to describe it that way, but when you say dire synth, you know exactly what
You-
kind
yeah,
of synth
yeah.
it is.
Yeah,
in your
that's
mind.
cool.
Yeah, that is good. And we're not at all talking about the skip ahead thing, and that's fine because we've said enough about that. But on the subtitle thing, I hate the subtitles where they move around. And there's like, it's on the side of the screen where the character is talking.
I don't mind that.
I hate it because it's like, I'm constantly like, where is the subtitle appearing? And I'm already like, sometimes reading and then, yeah. Anyway, that sucks.
I think
You
it's a
suck.
thing that you get used to.
I don't want to get used. I don't want to live in that world. I want to live in the world
Like,
where
it's-
everything's in the middle.
I agree.
Everything is in the middle.
It's jarring at first, but I think you totally get used to it, and it can be a cool stylistic choice.
Things on the left and the right, you're going to prison. Anything on the left and the right. And also subtitles ahead of dialogue.
Oh, without an E.
Dialogue.
With no E.
Dialogu.
Because the subtitles were ahead of it.
Nice.
Jess, your second pet peeve.
My second pet peeve.
Third.
My third pet peeve. Oh, yeah, that's right. I know what it is. So I have done this segment on a What Culture list, and I put this as number 1. I don't like when my superhuman protagonist can't do things I can do. Mostly, it's a big problem with games like The Witcher and Souls games.
Yeah, bad game.
You can get over a 3-foot wall. If I can get over a 3-foot wall, it's
Yeah.
super annoying if Dark Souls protagonist
100%.
who can take out enormous bosses can't. Geralt should be able to survive his 4-foot drop. I will die on that hill. It doesn't make any sense.
So will he, apparently.
Yeah.
He will
Off the hill.
over and over and over again. The falls he dies from, like if I wouldn't die, he shouldn't die. He's a
Yeah.
super.
We've all
human
fallen off
creature mutant.
flying foxes and lived to tell the tale.
Well, that's what I mean.
They're all
I am
still
not a
here.
fit woman. The flying fox story is a perfect example. So if I can do it, they should be able to do it.
It's a function of game design where it was like we accepted certain limitations because it's a video game.
Yeah.
It's like we're moving beyond that now, where
It's
it
gotten
feels
too
like
good. It's hard to keep making these.
Yeah, like invisible walls were a big thing thing that we just accepted back in the day. And now it's like, if you encountered that in a game now, you'd be
Weird.
like, what?
Yes. So true.
Why would anyone want to make a fucking video game?
Yeah. So dickheads like us can sit around and complain. I can't do it, but let me tell you about chess I will.
Also,
bullshit.
And also,
Just mantle.
the two games we just used as the example, The Witcher 3 and Dark Souls. Like,
Shit games.
the greatest games of any generation. And it's like, yeah, but that fucker can't jump over a little bit of bricks, so throw him. But it is very annoying, and I agree.
But it just makes you, when you find a game that solves that problem, it's just like, wow.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know?
See, I was thinking about it. I was like, well, the obvious solution is just make everything big. But then I went, do I want to be running around in a world where everything is like little cliffs
city.
everywhere and everything, fences are like above?
Yeah.
That's not.
Usually they make it like a scrabbly wall, or it's a texture that's difficult to
get your little mitts on.
Yeah.
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 Because that's how Geralt
It's like
climbs.
So they did that in the, I think it's Valhalla. They might have done it in Odyssey. At least Valhalla, they do it with ice. It's like you can't, because you can climb absolutely everything in that game, but you can't climb ice. So that's how they make the worlds where you're Harvey harder, because it's like you just can't traverse that.
Yeah.
But it's interesting talking about making things bigger. I don't know if I would say it's a problem, but it's something they have as a hurdle in Madness Returns, because she can jump 3 times and float. So the amount she can traverse is absolutely huge. So the arenas end up enormous because it's just like she can get so much height and go so far that it's just like this whole other level design headache. But, you know.
They would have got a certain way through their game design process where they were like, huh.
Maybe we shouldn't have made it.
3 times American?
A lot.
Are we sure?
3 times.
Yeah. And it's like
It'll be that Mario character.
it's a bit of an arms race where you go like, well, originally she jumped once and floated, but then we wanted to make some bigger levels, so we gave her 2 jumps.
Yeah.
But now we needed to make everything bigger, so now we need to give her 3 jumps. Now everything needs to be bigger. But yeah, you never win. See, don't make video games. Will, lock them up. By it, I mean superhero protagonists who can't do basic things. Like 4-foot drops? 4-foot's not a drop at all. That's
Not
your
for
height.
a super mutant.
Not for anyone.
Not for us.
Will,
I'd survive it.
could you get a ladder?
Can I?
Do we have one here?
Yeah. There's a lot
Yeah.
over there.
We could recreate a 4-foot drop.
Mm.
There are 2 people over there who look keen to do it.
There's a ladder in that shot.
There's a ladder right behind you. Okay, good. Pete.
Please don't jump from a ladder on my account.
Pete.
It would be so underwhelming.
The other thing I absolutely loathe is no, it's a pet peeve. The idea of weapon attachments as being the progression system for a shooter. It just is like antithetical to why I play shooters.
What would you prefer replace them as the progression
Just colored
system?
skins and stuff. I don't care.
Yeah, okay.
But like
Because you have to suck at a gun for a while before you're like, oh, now I've got the gun that is the actual
use
gun.
the shit version of the gun, and it's like the meta is that it has to have these 4 attachments on it. It's like you look at any like COD release ever. It's like the best gun at the moment is this gun with these attachments because of the stats that it applies to your recoil and your distance and whatever and your penetration, whatever. So it's like, oh, well, that's the gun I need. Why not just make that the default gun? Have a sniper rifle. Have a like assault rifle or whatever, have a pistol, have a shotgun, and like archetypes.
Yeah.
It's true. It's true. Because the HR 618s of the game are the people who are going to be playing the longest and the best at the game anyway, because they play a lot of Battlefield. So they're the ones that are going to have unlocked all the attachments and be awesome at it anyway. Give a newbie can't aim a gun Steph the cool attachments, because I need all the help I can get.
And it also it is weird when you're like, you pick up a sniper rifle and you haven't unlocked 4 times scope yet. You've got 0.75 times scope, and you're like, things are further away when I look through this. But it also means that you have to just play with guns, because I totally agree.
Yeah, you have to grind a gun.
You have to grind a gun and go like, the first like 5 matches playing with this version of the AK-47 or whatever, when I don't have at least a red dot scope, is just like pain and annoying. And it's like, well, this isn't fun for a while until I get to the part where the gun starts being good again.
And so all this is about the dopamine of getting the rewards, and it's just a way to pad. We've seen padding in Alice. The padding in COD is use the gun until it's good.
Yeah.
and then you'll try a new gun and have to use that until it's good.
I guess
Stupid.
it's just like, yeah,
Hate
it's giving you things to work for. I guess people aren't motivated by skins in the same way, and I understand that it's like, I do want to, and I guess it's also a way to get you to diversify weapons more, because as someone who uses the same guns a lot, I'm like, oh, but I do want to unlock the better version of that gun, and in order to do that, I have to use it more, and then maybe through that process, I'll discover that actually it's a pretty cool gun. And
Yeah,
Blah,
I don't know. Yeah.
Yeah.
For me, it's like
Still bad.
the reason you're playing is to get better at, like, to increase your skill at the game and also to just win. So
Put your drip feed on.
I mean,
top.
yeah, I agree. Devil's advocate.
Yep. Yours. Your second pet peeve.
But wait,
Oh, sorry. Lock it up, Pete.
locked.
Weapon systems progression. You're not going to be able to use those weapons in jail unless you craft them yourself. Hey, out of a spoon.
Yeah. 3D print them in the prison library.
Yep. So all you need to do is smuggle in a 3D printer in your butt,
Yep.
in a condom, poop it out, unwrap it, leave the condom, walk out of the bathroom, and then like shake your head at the person and you're coming out the store going, oh,
Do not go in
Don't
there.
go in there.
Oh, I made that.
Yeah, good. So that's what you need to do. Steph.
Okay, so my feeling is that if a game has multiplayer and you're running around in an open world space, you should be able to ping on the map a location.
Yep.
There are so many games that don't allow you to do that and yet have multiplayer, you know, and I feel like directing people to a location by describing the general direction it is and the things that it's near is a very frustrating thing when you're in an online virtual space.
Yeah.
Like, just let me ping. And it's so stupid that and I've encountered multiple games recently where I'm like, well, what's ping? And they're like, oh, I don't think you can in this game. And I'm like, it's 2022.
Was it Fortnite or Apex that came up
Apex.
with Apex contextual ping?
Yeah.
Yeah, which is the next version
not,
of that.
not just
so good.
not just a ping,
Not
but
just
like
ping, but like
yeah.
ping a weapon, ping a thing.
Yeah, yeah.
Like totally.
Yeah.
Things where you go, you don't need to be on comms with people, and also just like you said,
That's
a very
true.
easy
It's an
way of just-
accessibility thing as well.
Yeah, and for
Yeah.
me, like when I play Fortnite now, and I'm clearly not playing with other people that like are my friends, and I don't want to fucking talk to weirdos online.
Yeah.
I just ping
You
shit.
don't need to.
I don't
Yeah.
like I literally we work together really well by doing that. I totally agree. But even the basic just map marking.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And especially in any game that's kind of frenetic and quick, you don't have time to describe to people where to look.
Oh, yeah.
And it's like, especially then if you're a little bit slow and you're like this and you're trying to figure out what direction people are talking about. And if you're directionally challenged and have spatial issues, I feel like, yeah, it makes no sense not being able to. Even in like, when I was like playing for Back for Blood, we were talking about the contextual pings and that, where you'd kind of walk into an area and you'd be kind of exploring, and then you would ping the birds, and it would just, you won't have to choose what you're pinging.
Yes.
Whatever you click on, it will say these are birds. This
Yeah,
is
and it would highlight
that.
that for
wasn't it?
everyone. Like,
Yeah,
you could see it on the map
yeah.
and
That was
stuff.
really good. Yeah.
Because
So you don't have to actually choose from a wheel or something what you're trying to say. It just, it gets it.
Battlefield 2042's ping system sucks still. The queue on it, like, people will ping something and it just gets lost in the HUD.
Yeah,
Like,
that's
I look
true.
for it, I
Yeah.
can't find it.
Yeah, yeah.
It's like I pinged it. It's like I cannot see the ping.
I assumed
Right.
that.
And there's a marker.
I
and it's
assumed
like-
it was just me, but if you're having that trouble,
No,
that
it's
makes you feel better.
it's really rough compared to like Apex is 3D, so there's always a meter distance on it, and it sits in the terrain well. It sits on the HUD well. I feel like the Battlefield one is just kind of this, like, there's suddenly this thing on the screen and you're looking past it because you're playing a shooter, and then you can't fully kind of
It's almost like it's an overlay as opposed to
Yeah.
something. It's like a waypoint.
yeah.
Apex, I recently was looking into this for some reason, but Apex has some of the best accessibility settings,
Yeah.
I think, in a game at the moment.
Yeah.
But yeah, like Liam pointed out, why can't you ping in Destiny? That's insane.
Because Destiny's just not about shooting; it's about clothes.
It's true.
Well, then let me ping clothes.
Ping clothes.
That's
Let
true.
me ping clothes. Yeah, that's true.
You
Like-
ping an enemy. This fallen is wearing
Yeah.
the summer
Yeah.
suit.
Or you
Yeah.
ping someone and it just says like fierce.
You totally, man. I would give people props. I mean, I do
Now it's
emote at
playing
people
Fashion
a lot,
Police Squad.
but
Yeah.
And also I saw someone in chat saying, yeah, the Back for Blood DLC is coming very soon. Okay, lock it up. Pings? You're pinging D block cell 17. That's where you're going.
Oh.
And we're all going to go there because we pinged it.
the lack of.
Oh, okay, so you're
context
confused. You're
thing.
wandering around the
We
prison.
can't find
you don't know
it.
where you are.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There's some guy shitting out a 3D
this
printer over
block D?
there.
No idea.
Yeah.
Where did the 3D printer thing come from?
Pete, I said you craft a weapon out of a spoon. Pete said you
yeah.
3D printer, and then we just rolled with it.
Got it.
Okay, my final pet peeve. Non-diegetic tutorials. So, games where the tutorial system is you don't learn the controls in the world of the game while you're playing the game. It puts you
got
in
it.
like an empty VR space with fake enemies, and you need to sort of like shoot that. And it's like, this is how you run. And it's like, I've always thought that COD has always done a really good version of the thing where you run through that like little training thing. And even though it does feel like you're in a training session, it's like you're getting to grips with everything in a basically real world environment. You're picking up weapons in places where
You're doing things you'll be continuing to do through the rest of the
Yeah, and I hate that.
This is in single player?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Because I feel like there's a difference for like multiplayer, like Overwatch or something like that. You don't really want to jump straight into a game and not know how any of the heroes.
But even if you do that, put me in a game where I'm
all
against
bots.
AI
Yeah.
and bots, and it's designed to be the tutorial game. Don't put me in the sort of like hollow virtual world where it's like, now we're going to teach you how to jump over things.
I
And
see
it's
what
like,
you mean.
the training
okay,
grounds.
but let me do that while I'm trying to shoot someone, not just jump over something and then be like, I'm a hero.
Yeah.
And in some games, you can't even jump over them, can you?
Ridiculous.
Little hills.
Already
Or
in
a
jail.
superhero or
Dealt
no.
with.
Yeah. Non-diegetic tutorials. Will, is that what you wrote?
Hope so.
Lock them up.
Find out.
Yeah. Look at that E.
Look at that E. And it's diegetic because it's in prison.
Look at that E.
Isn't diegetic just audio?
Don't believe so.
I thought it was. So I was like, I thought you were going to be talking about like
We know
how it needs to be like over a radio. It needs to be Grimm's daughter talking to Sam Fisher.
I think we all have maybe different interpretations of that word. I thought it was going to mean like it needs to be reactive to you in the moment. Like it can be like do a forward roll. Oh, not like that.
I am.
Yeah.
Not like that.
Nope.
Maybe it is just sound. But I like my version.
I feel like diegetic
In
is
world
a
is what I'm trying to
is
say.
a lovely word and should be expanded to.
Multifaceted world.
Yeah,
Good.
they should.
All right, those are our game of pet peeves. Oh, I hope we don't see those in any more games going forward. Certainly not one we'll talk about next week. Oh, that would be bad. That was a little segment we like to call
Lights out!
His first night in the joint, Andy Dufresne cost me 2 packs of cigarettes. He never made a sound.
Lily Peppermint says canonic is the word, but I don't think canonic is the word. Canonic is in the...
It means it's within the lore.
Within the lore of the official
I see what she's
story.
trying
They're both
to say. though.
headed
She's
the
trying
same
to say
way.
that, that matches the setting of the
But I
thing,
wouldn't have
that's not
complained
quite
about
right
that
either.
as well. I think we're all just right.
Yeah.
Isn't that lovely?
Yeah.
Isn't that the lovely thing about like today's age? Is that like facts are kind of just whatever you want them to be.
Yeah.
true.
Everyone's got their own version of a fact.
Yeah. You just kind of say what you want.
Yeah.
And if you're on the
Get away
internet,
with
it's
it.
true.
Words of
It's
old.
fine.
Yeah.
You know? Like the election was stolen. You know? Lock her up. We should have locked her up.
But her emails.
Did you know I read an article today in the New Yorker that he cannot get a lawyer to represent him?
Yeah, I saw that, yeah.
Surely that's not true.
No. He's got lawyers, but they are like one of them
They're
is
insurance lawyers or something.
one of them
yeah.
is like a 30-year-old who has only done property selling and mortgage contracts.
Oh,
Because
he can't get a good lawyer.
no
You can't
good
get a
lawyer wants
high
to represent him at all. They are terrible lawyers, which is just a great story.
Okay.
But the election was stolen, and that's a shame.
That's pretty funny.
Good.
That's pretty funny.
How fucking was the Scott Morrison thing as well?
Very fun.
I don't fully understand what that
Domino.
is. Is that he
Keep
had
going.
more jobs than he was supposed to and he was hiding them? Is
He
that the crux of it?
Yeah.
he swore himself in above the ministers whose portfolios he wanted to take executive power of in a scenario where he might want to use it, but didn't tell most of them about it. So he basically went, okay, you're the Minister for Foreign Affairs, but I am actually the
Executive Minister
minister.
for Foreign Affairs.
You're the deputy, but I haven't told you. I'm going to let you do whatever you want until I decide I want to do something else.
Pulling rank.
Yeah.
How does that work?
It doesn't.
It
because-
doesn't. That's why it's such a fucking mess.
It feels like you can just you're just making your own
Yeah.
Yeah.
rules.
And isn't that the great thing about living in today's age? Is you can kind of just make your own rules.
Yay.
Good. All right. That's it for the show. Thank you very much, everyone, for hanging
did
out. Big thank you to the mods who, because Gus has been sick all week, I don't believe we've added to the credits.
No, we wouldn't have updated the credits. That was definitely like
That was
the
like
thing to update.
that
And
was
also the size of the font was hard
Yeah.
to
So am I going to have to read them again?
I'll read it.
Okay, you can do it.
Because
Great.
you
got good eyes.
I
He's
should
got,
be able to
he's
see it.
got
We'll see.
good
We'll find
We'll
out.
see.
young fresh
I'll thank the
eyes.
mods first,
Yeah.
and that's Gat, Syntax, Eric, Kit Carnage, Liz Dahlia, Sithcat, Phoenix Alone, Disturb778, Jax, Caboose, and What the Shark. Thank you so much for keeping the cats in the chat
The cool cats
off
in the
the
chat.
keyboard and not giving the plus symbols. Good work. But of course, there are other back pocket patrons who we have to thank in a little segment we like to call
The
Back
credits. Special thanks to all of our patrons, to the Pockety Wrangler Dartillo, to the Gus Beard Wrangler Dump Days, the Department of Donuts, there is a Hungry Tree, and Honey Bun Bun. Bot Lubrication goes to We Are Robots and Limbot. These aren't awards. Foot Severer is Moth Captain. Foot Licker is ItsJepp. The Costume Department, and I was Aranishi. Remover of Foot from Gus's Mouther is the Babylon Boffin. Back Pocket Legal Team is Akarash. Nick's own legal team for his dumb mouth is BuriBuri. Head Technician is Kane Levos. Scardy Groomer is Glowing Might. Gaming Department is Ampod 18. The Naming Department is Oznaminator. Best Boy is Eva Ray. Worst Boy is Evil Spy Boy. And the Box Boy is Boxy. Scardy Feeders are BT Nano and Super Studios. Scardy Breeders are Slowpunk and Zeke. The Scardy Wranglers are Bifrost and Snail XD, with the Worm Wangler being Toxichog. Pete's Cable Guy was Woolsey. The World Design was by A. Timothy. The Gaffer, holder of Gaffer Tape, was BMAC. Steph, Attention Grabber, was Peyton Kilgara. Kalwa, assistant to Steph's attention grabber when she loses attention, is Daisy86. The Fire Starting Department is Ninja Pyro. Steam Refunder is Jazzles. Stunt Coordinator, Backflips, RhysWild. Community Hot Boy, Nicrotex. And his Hot Boys, the Coastal City and Avexia. Assistant Remover of the Sugar from Coke is Kaylee Kool-Aid. Executive Show Canceller is Raj. Remover of Sass is Sassless. Replacer of Sass is Mac and Dagda. House Band Music for Hire and Middle C. Environmental Officer is a Hungry Tree, who appears twice. Dinosaur Supervisor, Phil Tippett. Respect. Bird Supervisor, Loki Cat. And Pocket Business Partner, Green PC.
Hey! I love that Bird Supervisor is in quotation.
Because he fucks the bird,
He fucks him.
Steph.
No,
He fucks him up in real life.
Yeah.
that's the
Yep.
ongoing joke that I
Bummer.
do.
And that is a fact.
Yee.
All right, thanks for watching, everybody. We'll see you in the post show if you have access. If you don't, we'll see you next week. Jess, thanks for coming and hanging out.
Thanks.
Will you do it again?
Yes.
We promise not to make you pay for Nintendo Online next time.
Okay, thanks.
Bye.
Bye.